Tonight, we get at it with Ramil, Amyr, Supreme King Coon, B.M.T. Open your mind. The prophet of thought. The prophet of thought. You know. The prophet of thought. Prophet of thought. Open your mind.
Peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Prophet of Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why you are here. Boy, I got a good one for y'all tonight. Tonight, boy, we got some heavy hitters on here tonight. As you can see in the title down here, we got my man, brother Ramil Amyr, brother Supreme King Coon, and B.M.T. And tonight we will be talking the supremacy. But before we get started, as always, I have to thank my supporters, my donors, my subscribers. I have to thank all of you because every week, man, y'all donate to this channel. What's the matter with you people? Nah. But every week, man, y'all donate to this channel. Y'all even donate to this channel on days that I'm not even on the air. And man, I'm just overwhelmed with it, man. You know, I can't believe how y'all support this platform, man. And the platform's growing. I mean, subscriptions are up. You know, it's views are up. As always, we always have, you know, a pretty healthy talent rotation coming through here. You know, all the notables have made their way onto the T.P.O.T. YouTube page at some point. And, you know, I'm going to keep doing that as long as I'm doing it. And I just appreciate y'all, man, you know, because like I always say, man, you know, you don't have to drop your hard-earned coins on this platform. but you folks choose to do so, man. And I'm just I'm in awe about how much y'all support this platform, man. And as always, man, I'm humbled. I'm honored. I am appreciative, man. And I thank all of you, man. I consider all of y'all my supporters. And even if you don't drop coins on this platform, you watch these videos, you show up here every damn week and listen to me talk shit. So I consider you to be my supporters, man. You watch my videos, you share my videos, you like my videos. I mean, I'm just so appreciative of y'all, man. And like I always say, man, I don't say this to kiss your butts, because y'all know that's not what I do. X don't kiss your butt. But I appreciate y'all, man. I do, man. And as always, man, I'm grateful and I thank you. But, anyways, yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about the supremacy. Now, we often talk this subject, man. We talk this subject a lot. And those of you who follow the Popular Thought series, what's good, Marcus Camby? Let me shout out my folks before I start running my mouth. Let me see who up in here. What's good, brother Marcus? Brother Infantry Skills. What's up, WOTP? I see you up there. Deadly River, what's good? Peace, Raw Black, what's good? Yeah. We talk this stuff all the time, man. We talk what's good, brother Rashawn? I see you up there. We always talk this supremacy, man. And as always, I always concede the point that, I know that the white power structure and the white supremacy system, the system of white supremacy. Now, I know that these things have an effect on black folks' lives. I would be bullshitting y'all if I said that it didn't. But I think often we have a tendency to give it a little too much credit. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't have any influence over us at all. I mean, that would be BS. But I think we give it a little bit too much credit. We get to the point now that, if we scrape our knee, god damn it, on the sidewalk, we're blaming the supremacy. If we stump our toe, we're blaming the supremacy. Y'all get where I'm going, So, tonight we're going to talk about it, with the brothers, some of the usual suspects. Oh, shit, there go brother Ramil. He's in the house. Brother Ramil, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Sorry for the tardiness, man. How you doing?
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. My ass started late any damn way. Um, I was just telling the folks, about this whole, the supremacy. And I think we give it way too much credit. But now that you're here, um, tell me what you think. Do you think we give this whole supremacy thing too much credit?
Man, we give it way too much credit, and it's time for us to grow out of that. There's no boogeyman. There's nothing that's stopping you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish in this day and age. I mean, everything's at your fingertips. The internet, business opportunities. You can relocate wherever you want to. You got the freedom to travel. I mean, there's no restrictions on your movement right now. So white supremacy is the last thing that's keeping us from getting to a point where we can sustain ourselves. It's a psychological thing.
Well, let me ask you this, brother Ramil. Why do you think? I know what I think, but
Mhm.
why do you think that we put so much emphasis on, the supremacy? Why do you think we do that? Well, let me rephrase it. Why do you think some of us do that?
Because, well, probably most of us, but because we need something to blame our shortcomings on. Like, us as blacks have a hard time holding ourselves accountable. It's always somebody else's fault. And that really carries over into the way we behave. Like we always think it's somebody else's fault. Like we don't want to take accountability for, you know, our high school graduation rate being low. We don't want to take responsibility for how we keep our neighborhoods. It's always somebody else's fault. But in actuality, it's our fault. So I just think we have a problem holding ourselves accountable. It's hard to say I'm the one to blame. You never hear that in the black community. I'm the one to blame. You
That's
rarely hear
true.
that.
That's true. I haven't heard that ever. I don't think I've heard it ever. What's good, brother Bernard? Yo, brother Bernard, you could come up too, man, if you want, man. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard too many people say it's my fault. Um, and I think that's a problem. I I think that I think that what we often do, I think we often assign the blame to white supremacy when white supremacy isn't to blame. Now, like I said in the beginning, I know that the white power structure has an effect on black folks' lives that can't be denied. I know white
Hmm.
supremacy is a ongoing, ever going thing in our lives. But I think oftentimes, like I said earlier, I think that we assign white supremacy when we stump our damn toe, when we skin our damn knee. It's goddamn it's white supremacy's fault. And some of the stuff,
Right.
man, yes, I mean some of the stuff that goes on, man, in our lives. I mean, I don't think white supremacy has anything to do with some of the shit. You know,
Hmm.
I don't think white
Right.
supremacy has anything to do with it, man. And it's easy to make excuses about something as opposed to making an effort about something. Let me say that again. It's easier to make excuses about something as opposed to making an effort towards something. And what I think often happens with this whole supremacy thing, I think we give white folks way too much credit. you know I think we have a tendency to put, because when you talk about white supremacy, not so much as the system of the supremacy, but supremacy as a topic, as a subject. I think often what happens is we put white people in a place where they are almost godlike, where
We do.
they have so much control over us. They have so much control over where we live, where we work, the money we make. I mean, come on. At some point, we have to stop putting this whole supremacy thing up so goddamn high, okay, on the totem pole, man, when it comes to black folks' lives. I mean, because at some point, we as black people, man, we gotta go ahead and grab the bulls by the horn, man, and say, hey, this is what we gonna do. All right, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to stop doing. And I don't think that's a decision that needs to flow down through the system of supremacy. I just don't believe that. I think that's something that needs to flow down through the system of us. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
the
I totally
real
agree. But it's going to be kind of hard to do that with Hidden Colors coming out every year, telling black people, you know, that all of our faults are the faults of white people. It's going to be hard to do that. That's why I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I personally believe that black people on a mass level, I think most of us are finished. That's what I'm at with it right now.
said, well,
I
do you
mean,
think we're do you think we're finished because of the supremacy? Is the supremacy is the
no, I think we're finished because of our
supremacy
lack of
finishing us
effort,
off?
our
Mm.
lack of drive, our lack of effort. Like I said, it's only a small percentage of us who really get it, who really understand this thing, who really understand capitalism, who really understand, you know, survive economics. It's only a small percentage of us who really take life seriously. That's why I said, for the most of us, we're finished because we're not taking life seriously. It's only a small percentage who really look at this life thing as not a game. And unfortunately, that's just how it is.
plus when you talk about a system, when you talk about a system that quote unquote oppresses other people. And I often hear people say, we need to attack it, we need to attack the supremacy, we need to do this to the supremacy and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if this thing is so powerful that it has all of us, by the freaking genitals, if it's got all of us by the nuts, I mean, are we even capable of destroying it? As much power as we often say it has, how the hell are we going to be able to, I see Raw Black saying that the system needs to be dismantled. But I mean, if we're giving it so much power, if we're making it almost godlike in nature, how the hell are we going to dismantle it? If it's so powerful and has so much control over us, how do we go about doing that?
I mean, it's not about like it's not about dismantling. It's about because I mean, what you're gonna do? You're gonna bring down the government. It's about you using the system to your advantage. That's what it's about. The system is not. The system works for whoever plays it right. All right, and black people have not tried to play the system right. So we cry racism as an excuse for not playing the system, not playing the economics game, not playing the political game, just always thinking shit's supposed to be get handed to us. So the system is supposed to be used to your benefit. You just gotta buy into it. And black people don't understand that your protection and freedom and equality is not free. It's not free. You have to pay for it. So black people still have not understood this and they want to cry racism, but no, you're just not playing the game. You're not playing the game how it's supposed to be played. Everybody else is playing the game, but we're not.
See, my thing has always been, you know, knowing the supremacy is there. My thing has always been, I've always tried to use the supremacy as a motivator to have more and do more, do better, be better, try to leave something behind for my folks and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've always used it I've always seen it in that terms. Like, yeah, I know it exists. That's why I have to do the shit I need to do because it, said supremacy exists. I mean, I got to work
Exactly. Yeah.
hard. Yeah, I got to work hard to have my own business. I got to make
Mhm.
sure, my family always got a house. I got to make
Mhm.
sure, my peeps always got a car, that we always got some money for a rainy day. And when my ass is
Mhm.
dead, I can leave them a house so they don't got to worry about the white folks. I've always come at it from that angle because I know it exists. I use it as a motivator to, you know, be able to do shit for me and mines. And I mean, I always thought that that was the way to go. Go ahead and use the freaking supremacy, the system of the supremacy, use it as a motivator to do what I need to do for me and the people I'm responsible for. So, I mean, that's how I've always looked at
I
it.
totally agree with that. I don't think that is very true. You should be using whatever pushback you do get from white people. Just use that as a motivation to prepare yourself past them because it's very possible. Look, if you get to a certain point, you start to. I mean, most white people. There's a facade, man. They're not all of them not doing that great. So I mean, use that as a motivator to propel past the white people. Once you start making a little money, you realize you got more than a lot of these white people. So use this little supremacy as a motivation. I agree with that.
hmm who do you think has a tendency to fall back on this more? Do you think is people who are on the lower socioeconomic scale, or the people who are a little higher on the socioeconomic scale, black folks?
I'm seeing people. I'm seeing black people of all classes fall into this, and I mean it's weird to see black people in the upper middle class falling for this, but I hear it from them too. It's like all of us are really thinking this. We're really thinking that we can't achieve anything because of white people. when we have not yet collectively put in the effort to buy into the system.
I agree. I totally agree.
Let's exhaust our remedies first. And then after we have exhaust our remedies, we'll go from there. We have not exhausted that's what it's called in law when you try to exhaust everything in your power that you can. We have not even come close to doing that. Not even close.
It's crazy,
So
man.
until we do that, we cannot complain about no white supremacy.
Yeah, man. I just think that many of us, man, have used it as a damn club to beat our own selves in the head. You know,
Fact.
we beating our own self in the head with this shit. But we done
Hmm.
been joined by my man Supreme King Coon. What's good, brother Supreme?
Man, what's going on, Xavier? What's going on, Ramil, man?
What's going on? What's up?
Man, you got a miniature fan here, man. I've been listening to a few of your joints, especially you and Mr. Fantastic. And
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
yeah, man, I enjoy your thinking.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Ramil's that dude, man. You remember we was on the phone yesterday, full disclosure, y'all. Me and Brother Supreme, we talk quite often and shit on the phone. And we were talking about you yesterday, Brother Ramil. I was like, yo, that Brother Ramil, man, he got something, man. He's on to something. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
But
Appreciate it.
but Brother Supreme, you and I, we spoke the other day. You know what this is about. So give me your thoughts on the supremacy and how you think we maybe overuse it, or do we do we not overuse it?
Well, I mean, kind of like how we discussed yesterday. I think that uh, the argument falls on two extremes. You have individuals that are on the like pro black B1 side that try to attribute white supremacy towards everything. And, they go all the way to the whole thing of slavery. And it seems like they kind of stay in time or kind of frozen in time um, with that mentality. Then you have the total opposite, um, which is, white supremacy doesn't exist. Well, I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, it exists. The truth lies a little bit in the middle, but I think the further and further black people get away from uh, slavery, so far as history, the more they can't use white supremacy as a crutch, because the further you're removed from it, the further its effects it has on you, and if it doesn't, if it still's having an effect, that's telling you more about yourself than anything else. Because I mean, by 2019, man, you should have all the answers to the test when it comes to white supremacy. Like the I could understand like my grandfather's generation, even my dad's generation, having some issues to struggle with, but anybody that's like Gen X, millennial, it's like, come on, man, all the answers are there. If you don't know how to navigate or through white supremacy, something's wrong with
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
this
There's too much information out here, man. That's why I don't roll with that excuse no more, man. Like anybody, people still use that excuse. That in my eyes, they're weak.
well, I think what often we have to, good look on the super chat, grown man business. Appreciate that, brother. What's good, Stoic One? I see you up there, brother Lando in the house. I'm not ignoring y'all, man. It's just that I ain't too good with the StreamYard shit yet, so I gotta like pay attention. But I see all y'all up there, brother Lando in the house. Where the hell you been at, man? Yo, Lando, man, I gotta come see you, man, because I know you in the Queen City. We need to link up. But what I want to do is this. I wanna read y'all the quote unquote definition of white supremacy. White supremacy, the belief that white people are superior to those of all other races, especially the black race, and should therefore dominate society. Now, when you hear that definition, I guess it has some degree of truth to it until you start to put the shit in context. All right. Because I'm a true believer that the white power structure does not have control over all black folks. What I believe is that the white power structure has control over the black folks it has control over. That's what I believe. I think if you're a person who has given total control over to the so-called supremacy, it has more control over you. I think the more power you give it, the more power it has. It's like voodoo.
Well,
That. Go ahead.
well, I was thinking, X, to a certain extent, I think the idea of white supremacy holds power over those who always have the racial lenses on. They look at everything in the world through the vantage point of race, 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 race. Well, then, yeah, then white supremacy is going to have a dramatic effect upon you because your viewpoint is askew. So instead of looking at individuals as just humans and trying to learn the most that you can from all sorts of cultures, all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of just lines of thinking. Uh, Individuals that view things just through race only, they're unable to do that. They fall into this trap of almost like a reverse white supremacy line of thinking. And then they try to elevate themselves with this whole, the black man was the first man and all this. It just it gets real, real crazy stuff about some ancient dude named Yakub and all this other crazy stuff, and then you miss the big picture of what can I do right now in order to create success for myself and navigate through this system.
Yeah.
To me,
Well, we done been joined by my man B.M.T. He keep flashing in and out. I don't know what the hell is going on. Brother
yeah,
B.M.T, what's good, man? He might be having some computer technical problems. B.M.T, you there, brother? He probably got something going on with his computer. You might have to go out and come back in, brother B.M.T. I kind of hear something. I don't know what the hell it is. But the thing is, Brother Supreme, you hear this so much, and we all of us up here, we pretty much travel in the same, media circles. And we hear this stuff so much. We hear it so much. And to me, I think that people have, like I said before, they've started to beat themselves on their own head with it. But I think that we're creating a narrative that whenever something goes wrong, whenever it is, whatever it is, we can point the finger at the supremacy, no matter what it is. I mean, I've heard people blame brothers having 15 baby mamas on white supremacy. I've heard people say that women got 8, 9 baby daddies because of white supremacy. I've heard people say that people are broke because of white supremacy. Just a litany of things that I have trouble with believing. Okay.
X, that's just a basic thing of just pushing the buck. Let me ask Ramil a question real quick. How many times have you heard individuals from the pro-black or the black first type of thinking where they basically can tell you anything that a white person is thinking at any given moment in time?
all the time. That's what
Yeah,
they base the whole thinking on, just thinking they know other people's thoughts.
right. So the weird thing about that is these individuals on many occasions they can sit up and tell you what white people's real is like, what are they main aspirations and so forth, but yet they'll tell you they don't hang around white people like that, that they are for their people. So if they have all this inside information, why can't they overcome these people that they know so
That's a good question. I
well?
mean, you
X,
would think
any
that,
idea?
yeah.
Well, speaking of, and we done been joined by my brother BM. Oh, damn, he went out again. I don't know what the hell's going on with brother B.M.T computer, but I guess he'll come back
The white
through.
man.
Yeah, the white man got him. The supremacy got him. I think that the supremacy that people talk about, I think a lot of the people who talk about it aren't even really affected by it. I mean, you hear people talk about it all the time. You know, that's like a default. Okay, it's a default in Black YouTube. You know, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. But I think most of the people who talk about it, they're not even affected by that shit. They're still making money. They have a house, they have a car, they have money in the bank, they have good jobs, they own their own businesses and all that kind of shit. So, I mean, the people who talk about it the most, I believe, are affected by it the least. You know, the people who are probably, you know, more under the foot of the supremacy, they aren't really talking about it.
They're too
You know,
poor to
it's
talk about it.
yeah. I
They're
mean,
trying to survive.
the people who probably affected by that shit the most, you don't hear them talk about it as much as the people who, you know, they own a house, they own a business, you know, they doing all right for themselves. Their kids go to good schools, you know, they eat good, all that kind of shit. Now, I've had this discussion offline with people, and people will tell me, "Oh, X, you just don't understand the system of white supremacy." Well, you know what? I'm glad I don't, because if I understood
Man,
it more, I may be like you, blaming it for
Right.
everything.
Right.
man, to make the conversation more balanced, you should bring up Mr. RJ because I see him in the chat, man. I
Oh
know he
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Well, brother
he
RJ, no, he always welcome on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. Brother RJ, you want to come up? You can come up, brother. I'll send you the link. He's always
so
welcome
some of
here.
these dudes they'll let you know I, I'm the greatest coon you ever know, man. Because when it comes to these white folk, man, I look at the white folk and I say, Mr. Charlie is good white folk because he pay me good.
That good white folk.
I
But
ain't got
see,
no
Wow.
problem
this
with them.
well, let me ask you and brother Ramil, because you brothers have, you know, kind of a different, you know, y'all dance to a beat of a different drummer than most of the people on this here YouTubes. Do well, I know you get it, Supreme. I know you get called soft shoe, Sambo, coon, all that kind of shit. I know you get called all
Lean
that kind of shit.
the
But let
the,
me
the latest
go
one
ahead.
is lean lover. That's the latest one. Since my wife is
Ah,
Asian,
well,
I'm a
see,
lean lover.
but see, if that's the case, it's not white supremacy then. It's Asian supremacy that got you, brother Coon. So you know that's different, man. That's different from white supremacy. So, you know, well, we don't want to get the two mixed up, you know.
That's yellow supremacy.
Yeah, that's yellow supremacy. So let's not get it all mixed up. You know, how's it going under that yellow supremacy, by the way? How's that going?
Oh man, I love it, man. I love it, man. Hey, dude, busting windows and junk, and then he go back, and business is still good. So I mean, the community really love
It's still
my
good.
people because on the other side, because some of that money it does linger to my, stream to my household because I got
Wow.
well, my wife has some cousins on her side that own some places like that. So it's all.
Wow. Well, let me ask Brother Ramil. Brother Ramil, oh, good look on the super chat, Brother Doug. See you up there, man. Let me ask Brother Ramil. Do you
Oh
ever
no.
get coon? Do you get called because of your views and the things you say? Do you ever get the whole, oh, Ramil, you're a coon, you're a Sambo, you're this, you're that? Do you get that?
I mean, I don't. Not to my like. I hear people call me on the extremes. I mean, when I'm not on there, like, but not to like while I'm talking to people. They don't really use that term. But I'm probably beyond coon because I some of the thoughts I think, like I think population control and things like that, like stuff like that. They people will call me an extremist before they call me a coon. You know,
Mm.
because I have really extreme thoughts on certain things, and they say coon is dancing for the white people, but the thing is that I don't like white people either. I don't like them
I,
like that. So, you know,
I
I just
like
know
I
what they
like that.
are.
I like that idea of like the population control, man. I kind of
Oh
dig
yeah,
that.
I think black people need population control. I think we
Yeah,
do. I think
yeah.
incentivize population control. That's why I'm mad with it. And I know that doesn't. A lot of people say, oh, people call me white supremacist. That's what they call me,
They call you what?
a white supremacist.
Mm.
They
Wow.
say I always have white supremacist talking points. That's what I get.
Yeah, been there, done
Wow.
that.
White supremacist. Well, we done been joined by brother B.M.T for the seventh time. Brother B.M.T, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, bro?
There he is, my man. What's
Yeah,
going
I had to
on,
go.
man?
I had to actually step into the studio. I said, "Man, the phone ain't gonna allow me to do it." So I said, "Man, Prophet must be really want me to." But I love Prophet. I'm going into the studio. So,
Goddamn right, man. You better have came up here.
yeah, I actually had to go to the studio. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. This is now one of my favorite places in the house. So shout out to our people, Prophet. They've been coming through for us, man. And like I said, I'm in the studio now. I got to one day do a live and show you how they got me set up now in the studio. But I said, yo, ain't no coming up short on no Black Exodus. Let me get my ass up and get the fucking work.
Well, we got to rap anyway, because you and I, we rap, behind
Yeah,
the
bro.
scenes. So you and I, we got to rap. We got to rap, brother.
Right, fam.
But let me ask you, now that you're here and you set up, what's your whole take on this whole supremacy thing? And do we overuse it?
Fuck, I guess I gotta go turn the camera on and shit. God damn, boy. Prophet gonna make me work tonight. Yeah, we do. The white supremacy card, it gets played out so much that you can't swipe it no more. And that's a really bad thing. That's a really bad thing because when it comes to white supremacy, saying when you have to compete, because it comes to competition and it comes to looking at, I get it. Yeah, I'm a black guy. You can bring up the situations and shit of the forefathers and stuff. But when we look at what's going on at hand, at some point you got to just man up and say, "Yo, I'm a man. I'm built for this. It is what it is. I ain't had the best cards dealt to me, but shit, at some point accountability is going to click in. And some people can do it. Some people can easily call the white card. Some people it's easier to stay in their hovel and say certain shit. But when you look at it and you start doing stuff or making moves, or you start being able to maneuver through the system and different other things, and you're doing it without the lifting of other people or black people, and you start saying, "Yo, well, I'm here. Why can't y'all get here?" Oh, you only here because the white man allowed you to get here. No. I got here because I got here. I bust my ass. I stayed in overnight. What I'm saying, took every penny I could and, picked it up and put it in my pocket and, did what I had to do. So can you. And that's a problem because everybody don't got that drive, because everybody it's easier to keep your head down and work your ass off and use different talking points rather than say, I'm going to make my own type of change. I'm going to be my own God, and that's a problem that Not every black man and not every black man wants to hear. You know, I'm talking to the men. I ain't gonna get on your community yet, but that's just something that is a bad realization. The card gets played so much because the outcomes you do want is easier to pinpoint in your old and your new masters rather than say we're just fucked up or you didn't do your part. So when you're looking at that and you understand that sometimes you can literally call out the buffoonery for what it is, or you can just shut your ass up. But saying the white man did it, it's like Dave Chappelle made the joke about whenever a black man fuck up, just sprinkle some crack dust on him. People were laughing at that shit. But see, that's just the easy. Let's just sprinkle some white supremacy on it. Then that's why it all makes sense. So no matter how fucked up it gets, when a black man says, "Nah, man, I made it here without reparations," you know, "Nah, man, why wouldn't you want us to get reparations?" No, then build your own fucking reparations. Build your own talking points. Be your own self-made man. Be your own businessman. Be your own God, your own king. It's easier to listen to that man up there, or have somebody tell you when to clock in. Or I'm not jocking at what you do, but when it actually comes to you actually putting yourself in a position of where you want to be, like some of us, then why are you talking like that? You sound like a white man. So you saying the white man can only talk with authority and power and success? The white man, the only one who could talk like that? Or just maybe I took my life by its God, took it and just ran and did what the fuck I got to do. I'm not giving you the fucking feel good preaching. This is Black Exodus, baby.
Well, this is my thing. This is what bothers me more than anything else. Okay, we all know that the supremacy exists. Fine, we passed that. What bothers me is that the people who have a tendency to blame it on everything. Fine, you want to blame it on everything. That means you can't just blame it on the bad shit. You have to give it credit for the good shit too. If you're saying that it's responsible for everything, that means it's responsible for the good shit that happens to black people too, right? Or
Oh,
is it just responsible for the bad shit? Somebody help me out here. I
you
don't
just
know.
committed treason, baby. You just committed
Yeah, I
treason,
know that's
man. You
coon
ain't
talk.
supposed to
I
talk.
know. Yeah, I know that's coon talk.
Oh man,
That's coon talk.
man, you get hung for stuff like that, man.
That's coon
As they
talk.
say, as the youngsters say, they gonna cancel you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It does get like that, Coon. It does get like that because it's saying that the white man is all knowing, then I can't do nothing without him.
See, I've been listening to Ramil for a little bit, just a little while. But one thing that I enjoy a lot about him is that, like the rest of us on this panel, we're married men. He doesn't believe in it, to my recollection.
Mm-hmm.
He's consistent with that whole thing of, hey, you can't just be going around trusting people and this, that, so forth. And I understand that. I get it. And then he sets the whole thing of, hey, you set up business deals, you do business with people, and you make smart business decisions. Okay, I get that. Now, with individuals that go into this whole thought of white supremacy, a lot of these pro-black B1 people will be some of the same, especially the dudes. People that are all day long, they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, man, I can run holes and I smash this hole and do all this other stuff." Okay, well, how is that helping your community then? You mean to tell me that you can be loyal to a whole community, but you can't be loyal to one woman? Make that make sense.
I get it. I
It's
get it.
inconsistent logic.
Well, I've had people tell me that the reason why, because I know brother B.M.T, he owns his own business. I know you, brother Supreme, own your own business. Brother Ramil runs his own business. I mean, everybody up here runs their own shit, call their own shots. Everybody up here. But people have told me, and I know you brothers have heard it too, the reason why we're able to do this is because, the white man let us. The white man let us have these businesses. The white the the white man the white man allowed us. Or if they don't say that, they say, well, the reason why you were able to do this is because, see, you coalesced, you acclimated to the supremacy. So you were able to get in there and do this, that, and the other thing. Do you brothers get that? I already know the answer, but I just want to hear y'all say it. Do you brothers get that crap, that the reason why you're able to do the things you do, work the way you work, live the life you live, is because of the supremacy?
Which one?
Well,
Who
I mean,
about that first? Who hit it first?
I don't. I just. It's always the white man allowed you to do this, or you're thinking like a white man. It's always like that is kind of what it is, but then on top of that, they always say you're thinking like a white man, or that's that white people stuff. You start talking about paperwork, oh, that's that white people stuff. So it's like that is sort of true. I do agree with that.
BMT.
Well, I mean, on that. Oh, go ahead, BMT.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Supreme. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was thinking, like, when it comes to the whole thing of what Ramil was saying, like this whole thought of, oh, that's white people's thinking. You do stuff like paperwork or try to set up things in a very organized fashion. Oh man, you trying to acclimate to white people, everything. Okay, hasn't haven't they proved over many hundreds of years to be the most effective? So if I am doing that, am I not trying to be the most effective on the that I can be? I mean, I don't see a whole bunch of uh, black supremacy type dudes and black first dudes that are just ultra successful and ultra effective. I see a bunch of failures. See, but then you say stuff like that, then the goalpost wants to be pushed because they'll make statements like, "Oh, success is subjective, happiness is subjective, and family values that's subjective, and wealth and building that's subjective." It's like, nah, it's A or B. That's it.
Brother BMT.
Listen, whenever I go pay my bills, am I trying to be like the white man? Whenever I do something, why is it I'm always trying to be like the white man? My kids don't bust a sag because I raised them well-mannered. They don't say the N-word in this house. But it's not something I say it because I came from that type of conformity of a background. My wife don't play. Don't you ever say it around our kids? So the only person who says it is me. So the N word, as far as it goes to the next generation of Johnsons, is stopped because it's just not something that they do. So you understand that when you start making moves and you start moving in other type of circles and other type of pools, and you're starting to actually move up in the business ladder, see those type of excuses that you used to be able to look for the bottom tier or the fucking goddamn the free lunch, get out of jail, white supremacy card. See, that shit starts getting thrown out the fucking window because see, after a while, it comes the accountability card where now you got to actually start showing your fucking work, or you just shut the fuck up. Take your ass back to flipping some burger patties and shit and have a nice day. I'll see you at the checkout line of Walmart. But see, then when you start saying, I want to do for self, I want to be a boss and shit, then see, now you got to start actually being a man about your shit. See, I'm not like some of y'all. I don't get to call white daddy. I got to actually own up and be my own fucking daddy. I don't get to call how Prophet says mama. I don't get to call all that shit. I do what the fuck I want to do, not to try to be like the white man, because I want to be a successful black man.
Ain't no conformity. Oh, because I can articulate my words when I'm inside of a fucking boardroom? Or probably I know how to actually talk on a fucking video phone conference and have Google and them actually talk back to a black man with dreads and actually sponsor my black ass. But see, then again, oh wait, a black man can't do that. Why? Because then it's conforming to a system. See, a lot of these niggas like working for the system and like the system fucking slaving them, but they don't ever work the system profit that actually make it work for them. But then when a black man learns how to do that, it's called conforming to the white man. But see, we know your fucking system hasn't been working for almost 200 years. So when I figure out how to beat it, Prophet figures out how to beat it, the brothers on the panel start figuring out, yo, I get it. I get the algorithm. I see the problem. Now I'm doing it and I'm making it work and be my bitch. There's a fucking problem. Why? Because I don't have to work as hard as you. I can work smarter than you. I can tell you what to do to get you to work for me. I don't have to stay on as long as you do. I can say a few things, turn it off in 10 minutes, and watch the money click and count. Every time this thing go bing, that's a sponsor paying me. I don't have to put on a show like you because I understand the game. I get what I have to do. See, that's the problem with the black man. You too worried about too goddamn much about that white man and that white bitch and that other man, but you ain't worried about what the fuck you got in front of you. That's why your ass always staying behind. When it comes to running a race, you ain't supposed to look to the left or the right. You're supposed to look ahead of you. But you looking what's behind you. We ain't got time for that shit no more. That's why when it comes to this shit right here, a lot of y'all ain't gonna get this shit, bro. And I'm not Moses. I'm not fucking Pharaoh. I'm not no goddamn Egypt. I'm not going back to goddamn slavery to try to pull y'all asses out. Fuck that. You want out, fight your way out just like I did. Everybody ain't gonna make it, bro. I get that. But I did. If you want the fuck out, fucking pick up a goddamn rock and bust your way out. But see, everybody, it's easy. It's easy. I get it. To say white supremacy, why I'm fucked up. White supremacy is why I got locked up. White supremacy is why I'm smoking this joint. White supremacy is why I'm still living on my. It's easy to blame and say white supremacy why I fucked that bitch, even though I know she already got kids and she's gonna fuck me up too. See, as long as you can sprinkle that white supremacy bullshit, you hang around yes men to make you feel good. But then when you get around a black man that literally says, get your shit together and get the fuck out of my face, you don't like that man. Why are you talking like a white man? Why are you holding me accountable? You a black man. You ain't supposed to do that. You're supposed to agree with me. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna hold you accountable because I gotta be accountable. Told y'all, boy.
You are sensitive tonight, B.M.T.
Listen, boy. Y'all talking to the wrong one about this damn white supremacy shit, boy. My bills come in on the 1st and the 15th, nigga. I don't want to hear shit.
Well, see, this is the thing. You hear so much of this talk, man. You hear so much of this shit, and it drives me crazy. Okay, that's why I'm talking about it tonight. You, like I said before, all the brothers on here have their own shit. They cut their own path. All right, they walk their own lane. They call their own shots. Like I said. And you hear people say, well, the reason why you're able to do this is because, you're willing to, kiss the white man's ass. You're willing to acclimate to the white supremacist power structure, and a whole other litany of other things. Right. But I mean, I don't see it that way. I mean, I've gotten the shit I've got. I mean, when people tell me that shit, I just look at them because I say, brothers, you don't know my story, man. You don't know how hard I fucking worked to get to where I am. All right. Shit, I wish it was as easy as freaking some white folks just giving me something. Shit, that would have saved me a lot of years of blood and sweat. If you talking about the white folks allowed me to do something, shit, I wish it was that goddamn easy. They have no idea how hard you work to get to where you're at. They have no idea how hard it was and the times where your business almost fucking tanked, okay? And you fucking taking money from other places to put it in your damn business to keep it afloat. You know, people don't see all of that. They just see you at the end. They see what you have at the end and automatic. Oh man, white supremacy allowed you to do it. Like, man, white supremacy ain't allowed me to do shit because there was many times when my shit could have just tanked and fell off a goddamn cliff. Where the hell was white supremacy at then? Because guess what? All that shit y'all claim white supremacy gave me, boy, I sure could have used them when my shit was about to tank. Yeah, I could have used that white supremacy magic that y'all claim is floating all through the air.
Preach.
Doesn't exist for me. It doesn't. Every goddamn thing I have worked for, bled for, sweat for. Ain't nobody gave X shit. Nothing. And every fucking thing around me has my name on it. Not my wife's name, not my mama's name, not my grandfather's name. Every fucking thing around me has X's name on it. You know why? Because it's fucking mine. And it should be mine because I worked for it. Regardless of how much of white supremacy y'all claim has given me shit, I see it differently because I bust my ass for what I got, and I ain't gonna apologize for it either. But we've been joined by brother RJ, I believe. Yep. What's good, brother RJ?
Hey, what's good, brother?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. Not much at the. I literally just got in the spot. When I tried to get on earlier, it kicked me off. What's good, panel? How we doing? What's peace, brother B.M.T?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right.
You got it. Supreme King Coon Ramil. What's good? What's good?
What's going on? What's up?
Y'all got it,
Just
man.
get
Y'all
my
got it.
coon on.
We're doing all right. I can't wait till I get the mic back, because I'm being told, Prophet, that I'm not ADOS. I'm not ADOS.
Oh, why not? Why not? Are they telling
what
you
I'm
why?
saying about black American men not working, literally. And mind you, as much shit as I be doing, as much time I talk with RJ about power work, as much as I've gone over to Ramil's thing and super chatted him, as much as me and Coon have had our back talks about shit, and I be talking with these brothers on about power stuff, about making moves and different little shit. The fuck? But I guess ADOS, I told you again, you're not supposed to call out shit that we see going on. You're supposed to turn a blind eye and say, hey, it is what it is.
Well,
Hey,
see, that's the part I disagree with, though. That's the thing. Like, I heard some of the things. I've been in and out on the when I was on the outside, but like, I think it's safe to say, man, like, we're like, I'm gonna speak for myself and brother BMT, since we was just on another panel not too long ago, and some of this stuff came up, and even with you, brother X, nobody co-signs the foolishness. Nobody's like no one agrees. Hey, okay, we should be just blaming some invisible force while things go on. What we're simply stating is, okay, and this has probably already been said, we understand it is alive and well, and I'm all about maneuvering through the matrix. Like, all right, cool, no point in just sitting right here surrendering. We making lemonade out of with these lemons, and cool, let's go ahead and move forward. But as long as people aren't like playing it to the left as though it's invisible. I understand a lot of the talking points that probably have been made tonight, such as, don't allow it to prevent you from getting to the next level, or don't use it as an excuse. Again, I get all of that, and I agree. My only thing is, again, like with me, it's fuel. Okay, so me knowing that it's alive and well, and knowing that we have issues, knowing what the deal is, it's about using those opportunities to pay those other folks in the community that when they hear the talking points and they're like, and then they start using them, it's like, well, hey, brother, this whole WS thing, it's not some grand. It's grandiose, but it's not some situation where where it's up in your face like it once was. It's more of a situation where it's like, hey man, perhaps you can get blocked out of certain opportunities. Perhaps you can get locked out of we know the discrimination is always going to be there. We know that group is always going to do what's in the best interest of their group. So right now, we're trying to rally up from behind the 8 ball to say, hey guys, here's the game that they're playing. Here's the solution. I need you guys to get on board. So I think if anyone is still talking white supremacists like talking points just for the hell of it, that's an issue. That's a tremendous issue because we should be well past that. It's more of a, hey guys, let's at least when I'm mentioning it, hey, we understand what it is. Let's use this as an opportunity to go here. Okay, we notice how those people over there you can't even say their name incorrectly. Hey, let's see what we can do to make that be our thing. That's really it. It's really learning from people who have placed themselves as your enemy. As opposed to just sitting right here being mad because they're in a position due to what someone did yesterday. And so what can we do to make sure that the children of tomorrow are in a position based upon what we're doing here today? And I think if we can agree on that, we'll be good. This thing is always going to be there. Like I said, every group's going to want to do what's in the best interest of their group. So that's understood. But we don't need to lose a competitive edge. And that's pretty much it. I'm not with the boogeyman thing.
But let me ask you this, brother RJ.
Sure.
We often hear white supremacy talking point. We always hear that. What constitutes the white supremacy talking points, or is anything that criticizes black folks a white supremacy talking point?
No, I'm gonna tell you something. No. For the record, if you criticizing us, it's necessary. I often tell Ramil, his method is hardcore, but it's necessary. I would hate for anybody to say, hey man, we don't need to hear that. No, we do. Okay. We need tender love and care, and we also need a foot in the ass. Okay.
Hey,
there's no, there's
RJ, I'm gonna let you come right back at it. But X, I think you need to be a bit more specific. Criticizing black women. Go ahead, RJ.
Oh no. Let's. We can even go.
Y'all already know what I think about that one. Y'all already know what I think about that one.
He should know what I think about that as well. I'm not Mr. Don't say nothing about him. And X will tell you earlier on another panel, I had just said we understand that BFF exists live and well. Well, let's put that in the same sphere as WS. Okay, so knowing that it exists, do I say do I say, oh, okay, well, these women are unapproachable? Do I not attempt to still work with them? Do I just say, you got other brothers such as yourself who are well aware of it, and you decided to completely abstain? And you got brothers who, in the midst of WS, still marry with those women who are the daughters of the forefathers who have made this a system. So, I'm saying all that to say, metaphorically, there are so many variables involved that, one would be a fool to drop out of the race. Okay. No, man, it's all about positioning. It's all about leverage and the timing of it all, so that way we can play this here game. When I bring up the women aspect, Supreme King Coon, speaking for RJ and a few other people over there on the other side, our whole thing is, how dare you put another group above? Like what group doesn't think that their group is the shit? You know what I'm saying? When Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather, I made a lot of money making the bets to Latin guys. But the thing is, even in the 12th round, them dudes were still going hard and loud for Canelo. You see what I'm saying? And I would like to see us be that way. Where we riding fouls, where we going hard, because I go hard for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're Ramil out there flipping cars and making them deals, do it. I said earlier, I said, hey, if he's going to be the one that gentrify Chicago, any other neighborhood, I said, so be it. I said, no. Did I not say that? Did I not say that earlier? I said, if it's going to be anybody, let it be Brother Ramil. I said that earlier, twice.
Man, so hey, RJ, now I don't know everything with Ramil, but I think I have a kindred spirit in this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna see if I'm wrong or if he agrees or whatnot.
Okay.
But I'm gonna
Let's
tell you
talk
right now, Supreme King Cool is the last dude you want to return to the hood. I tear the Joker up. I'm making it hell up in that bad boy.
But why would you want to tear it up? It's already torn up, Supreme King Kong.
Because it needs to be burned down to the ground in order for something real to be built.
Nah, man, it don't need to be burned down. And that type of rhetoric, that goes back to the rhetoric of what I was asking you earlier, Brother Prophet, about, we ain't trying to speech police, but there's still people living there, and that shit doesn't need to be burned down. However, there needs to be a mass awakening. And again, I'd rather use Ramil's analogy. What better people to gentrify than our very own? Because that's gonna shut the bullshit up. You see what I'm saying? So now, I'm buying some property this year. So I'm a part of gentrification too. I will be here shortly, and I'm gonna do some content on it when I make the damn purchase. So that's my thing, and I feel like we all should be doing that, particularly here in the South. There's plenty of opportunities, as you know, Supreme King. And if you don't know Ramil, I definitely advise you to come down south. Brother B.M.T and brother T.P.O.T, they definitely know what it's looking like right now. It's a lot of very lucrative opportunities. But aside from that, man, like, I just wanted to be very clear, like, the talking, like we know people need to work. The laziness and using it as a crutch, I'm not for it. I'm not trying to hear it. Okay, because I do feel as though we are at the point to where we're playing a certain role, and we have to make the best out of our current situation in which we were born into, to make this life as comfortable as we can, to still be considered men. You see what I'm saying? To still be able to come from whatever dominating standpoint that we can come from. And each of us just have to play our role, man. And that's really all it comes down to, man. We know this. We know what it is. But it doesn't mean that you don't have to speak about it. Don't mean that you have to educate your kids about it. I just feel like you should just move a certain way to where it's automatic. Again, Supreme King Coon, if I'm sitting down with you and you like, hey, I need to pull out a policy on me, my wife, my kids, all I'm meeting is you. Even if I would have met, it wouldn't have made no difference. I'm using it as an example. You know what I mean? Hey, perhaps I'll lose a little commission on this deal, giving you the best deal I could possibly give you. You know what I'm saying? But then when Charlie come to the table, I might just get Charlie a fair deal instead of the absolute best deal. That's an example of being on code. That's an example of saying, all right, I got your back. And then furthermore, hey, being able to get back to where we got that community unit. Unit. I want to make sure I say that unit, UNIT, not unique. But yeah, I want to be very clear. I want to be very clear.
Now let me interject one thing, Mr. RJ.
Talk to me.
Now say, and this is why I think our thinking has to change.
Okay.
Say if you were to sit down with me and my family, you have this insurance deal, such and such and such and such, and you like, hey, I'm not going to make my normal commission off of this because I'm trying to hook you up and so forth. My responsibility as a black man who is in his own business is to tell you, no, I want you to make your full commission.
Cool.
But this is business. This has nothing to do with, you got to eat too.
I'm with you.
Why cut corners with each other on this jump?
I'm with you. That was just an example. That was just an example, but I'm with you.
Yeah. So
a better example would be.
That's what I mean. It's like if you go to the hood with that whole concept, then everybody's gonna be for a hookup and a handout, and you ain't
No,
gonna
no.
at all.
No, because
That's
see,
why I
here's the
said
deal. You don't go,
like
you don't
me,
go, you don't go
good.
to the table with it though, Supreme King Coon. You just simply, you just do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't say, "Hey man, hey look, I ain't make." As an agent, I wouldn't even want to say that because if you call into the company, here's the deal, man. You don't always tell a client what you doing when you putting some shit on paper because they'll call into the company and repeat the bullshit you said to them. No, man, I would just do it. You know what I'm saying? That'd be something that would be self-gratifying to me. I'm just for the sake of us being on this panel, expressing what's being done. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even know. I wouldn't know when I looked at when I press refresh on the laptop. But I feel you. You're right. We should respect enough. We should definitely be respecting each other's business to where the hookup isn't expected. I agree with you. If I'm not sure what your line of work is. I think it has something to do with consulting, but I'm not sure what consulting of what. But if I reached out to you for it, I wouldn't say, hey, what it is. Or if I wanted brother, X to speak at an event for the youth in regards to, mamas and baby mamaism and all that. I'm not gonna say, brother X, hey man, it's for the kids. Can you look out for them? I'm gonna say, hey, brother X, hey, what would it be for you to come down here? I'm gonna fly you out, got that covered, got your housing covered. What about for the show? All right, boom, and that's it. I'm not nothing less. If it's out of my budget, I'm gonna leave them the hell alone. That's really what it is. That's really what it comes down to.
because I'm kind of expensive, man. That have me doing
People,
shit. I empty that wallet. Fuck around with X, I empty that wallet. God damn it.
rightfully so, and you rightfully so.
All I know, drug dealers don't give hookups.
They don't. Well, wait a minute, Supreme King. Whoa. Wait a minute. It depends now. Wait a minute, brother. I won't get too deep into that. No, man. So brothers know how to hook that up too. I'll put it that way. Well, you know what I'm saying? Because it's about what you got. It's about what you got. You know what I'm saying? I'm put this here on the scale. Can you afford this? All right, cool. If you can't afford this, we're gonna go down a little bit until we give you what you want.
Well, let me ask you brothers this. Let me ask you this. Who do you think pushes the whole supremacy thing the most? I mean, who are the biggest, should I say, mouthpieces for this whole supremacy ideology? I mean, is it us on YouTube? Is it?
I don't know, but
on...
I'm gonna answer this question because really I'm gonna have to head out real quick because I got a long night. But I'm gonna answer this. I think the biggest who complain about this the most is black people. I think as a whole, I think it's equally. I mean, you can find an equal number of black men complaining about it just as much as black females complaining about it. I think that's just what we do. I mean, this is all we do. It's always about white people. We're always being held back. So I think just us as a whole, we're the biggest. I don't think you can break it down to individuals. I think black men and black women, this is the issue that we complain about.
Wow. I just think that at some point, man, we got to start looking in the goddamn mirror. We can't keep blaming other folks, man, for our own failures, and we definitely can't. And we can't blame other folks for this. Is what pisses me off more than anything else. Forget the money, forget the wealth, forget the economy, forget the politics, forget all of that shit. What bothers me more than anything else is when people try to blame the supremacy for us having blatant disrespect for each other. I don't think white folks have anything to do with that shit. Okay? None whatsoever.
That is people killing, robbing, doing all sorts of crap to each other in the hood. That ain't got nothing to do with white supremacy.
Maybe
ain't
I
no white
haven't
man
read
forcing them to do that.
Yeah. Maybe I haven't read the right books. Maybe I haven't been to the right libraries. But you cannot convince me that it's because of white folks that we treat other black folks the way that we do. I don't give a shit what you tell me. I will never believe that. Now, I might let you get away with that other white, supremacy shit. But when when you talk about how we deal with each other, inside our own spaces, inside our own piece of this society, man, get the hell out of here with that white folk shit, man. No,
Right.
white man ain't making you shoot and kill folks. Okay, white man ain't making you stab somebody over a jacket or over a pair of Jordans. Get the hell out of here with that shit, man. Unless you got some white man in your head, they done programmed your ass with a chip, okay, and sent you out there like some damn android and telling you to go out there and hurt black folks. So just go ahead with that shit. Go ahead with that shit, man. Don't be telling me that you fuck with black people, you hurt black people, you rape black people, you molest black children, you do all this kind of shit to black people, but it's all because of white folks. Come on, man. Come on. I don't believe that shit. I just don't. Because see, what about the people who don't do that shit?
Right.
See, that's the problem. We say, well, these people do X, Y, and Z because of white folks, right? Okay, so how did the people who don't do this nonsense, how did they escape the supremacy? I mean, they're black just like you, right? So that means they face the same supremacy you do. But somehow they're not out there killing folks. Somehow they're not out there molesting children. Somehow they're not out there robbing folks. Somehow they're not out there hurting other black people. So what is so special about them? Or are they not the special ones? Are the people who are programmed with the supremacy chip? Are they the freaking special ones? Please, somebody help me out, because you hear people say, well, y'all follow this system. We talked about this earlier. Y'all follow the system. You know, y'all go along with the white man. That's why y'all ain't robbing. That's why y'all ain't stealing. That's why y'all don't got a bunch of baby mamas. Because, see, y'all follow the system of white folks.
Who said that, brother X?
Man.
X, Conan is hard, man. Conan is hard, man. It requires a lot of responsibility. You have to know how to enunciate words. You have to look up definitions and know how to do paperwork. Have to be organized. You have to understand how to work with people of all sorts of races and backgrounds and so forth. No, see that whole thing of going along with the flow
is hard.
Half the beat resistance is hanging on the block and staying with the people.
All right, cool. Let me respond back to that.
Let me ask you this before you go, brother RJ. Right. Before you go, let me ask you this. You're a professional, brother. I mean, you're a professional, a real professional.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like you have acclimated to the white power structure or the system of supremacy to get where you are today? Do you think that way about yourself as a professional black man?
The way I view it, first, let me just answer your question directly. I don't believe I've completely acclimated. The truth is, Mr. Fantastic had a panel about it. What was that, Ramil, last week? What it is what they were arguing on that panel that day, which is, you could say I've fallen in line in order to afford myself a certain standard of living, and I make no bones about it. I'm not embarrassed to admit it. The thing is, and I think this is what a lot of people from that side, this is why they still show me love. And brother B.M.T, you know this. Like, I don't think I'm better than nobody, despite whatever in the hell is back here on this wall. That don't make me no better and greater than anybody. You hear me? And like, I sincerely feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm real humble about anything that I've obtained. And because of the way I was raised, I'm always looking to give back to those communities that I once lived in. Like I said, right now we're looking at property, but prior to that, and what I still do, was always the mentorship. It was always the drives. It was always the getting involved part. I think the main thing is, brother X, so I can answer your question, is that they just feel like, hey, what about us? Like they know nobody wants to be left behind, right? And their whole thing, and the thing is, we can tell them today blue in the face about the hard work and the dedication and the effort until they realize their own internal power. We won't be able to recognize the change. Now, what Supreme King Kun was saying, as far as the lot of the things that he mentioned, see, Coonan is taken, the term is abused just like simp. Okay, some of that stuff he was mentioning, I wouldn't even consider Coonan. You know, we were abducted. I mean, we are speaking the King's English, so technically we're all speaking white. I've never used that as to combat the way someone spoke or to make them feel lowly about, you know, speaking a certain way. It's like, hey, well, we are speaking a European language at the end of the day. Last time I checked, I don't know Swahili. I don't know, you know, Tonga, Ranga, any of that stuff. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know, we're gonna make the best out of the situation that we're involved in, and then leaving it at that. I think again, we should be past the finger pointing. You know, I'm able to separate the fun from the nonsense. So yeah, if I'm on here, me and Supreme King Kun going back and forth about the little stuff, you know, I can say, all right, cool, let me indulge a little bit. We say that we're gonna say take a few shots and then boom, be able to disengage, see them in the chat and say what's up. It ain't got nothing to do with hating them, disliking them. But I do understand that seriously, there are certain talking points I wouldn't engage with him on a serious matter, because if it's gonna cause me, well, hear me out though. Because if it's going to cause me to look at him anything other than a brother, when I've said plenty of times we need full hands in, then I'm defeating. It's a contradiction to my stance as being B1 or pro-black. He's still a black man. Okay, you see what I'm saying? The same goes for Jesse Lee Peterson. The same goes for Larry Elder and any of these other guys. We understand see, Supreme King Kun ain't even going that hard. He don't even have political power. You know what I'm saying? He don't even, or excuse me, influence. Let me rephrase that. And so it's easy to call them dudes, I guess, coons and all that good stuff. But as far as WS, Brother Prophet, to bring it back around, again, we understand that it exists, but it is important that, you know, we scale this thing to maneuver around it to the best of our ability. I don't like premising it, because here's the deal. You asked the question just now. You said, where is it coming from? I'm gonna give you an example where it's coming from. And I hate I hate saying names, but let's take Yvette Carnell. She's here on YouTube, right? And there are certain pockets that expound it. And then what ends up happening is people listen, they hear it, they're not thinking critically, they're not researching, they're just fans, and they're taking what someone's saying and running with it. Okay, well, I'm using her as an example, not picking on the sister. She's not the source of it. And what happens is, again, see, there's validity to their arguments, but I think the other part of it isn't told. What you're doing right now, and what other brothers are doing, B.M.T. and Ramil, Spring Eagle, there's another part of this WS thing that needs to be discussed, and it's often left out, which is, okay, with us understanding that it's here, what do we do in order to continue to move forward and attempt to fight back against it? Because we're all fighters. Who wants to just sit there and cower and say, well, ain't nothing I can do. Hey, it's over. I'm just counting down the days till I die, you know, because of this WS. Come on, man. So that's the message that needs to be spread within all this. Like, I know how to take information in my head and separate it, Brother X, and say, okay, I'm going to use that when it's necessary. You know, I'm able to watch you make a move and say, okay, next time, I used to box. Next time he does that move, I'm going to strike him. You see what I'm saying? And that's how, I use that type of thinking with life, with business relationships, with intimate relationships, with the raising of my child, all that. It's being able to gather this information, have a certain set of principles, having them in, and then getting with those who align with those, and making it work. This WS stuff, it is thrown out of context, and we should be concerned when mainstream media get to playing around with it, because at one point you weren't even allowed to even use that term. You know what I mean? They would direct you to a certain group. Now you got the president coming out saying, well, hey, it must be a real thing, yada, 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 yada. And with them acknowledging it, I feel like right now is the time for us to really press the gas from a political aspect and let them know what we want. And then once we get what we want, we should be able to flip it from there. We shouldn't like the cries, the complaining, the bickering. It should be minimized, man. And that's all I got to say. All this bickering, all this complaining about it, if we're not willing to at least get down on a unified front to get what we want out these folks, to say, all right, cool, that made up for what you did. You can come back in the sandbox and play with me later. But right now, I'm gonna get this money and I'm gonna go do X, Y, Z. But I'm talking about reparations. So you know that's the direction, that's the focus, brother.
Well, let me put this to you, brothers, and I'll go to brother B.M.T. first on it. Say we got past where now people may think this is impossible. I don't know, but I'm going to say this anyway. Hypothetically, say we got past where we, use this, the supremacy shit all the time. Say we got past that, right? We got past that where we don't talk about that no more. Would we find something else to attribute to some of the failings and shortcomings of some of our people? And what I mean is, if you say we just wiped the whole supremacist system away today, we would still have people who failed in life. We would still have people that went back and forth to jail. It's not like if this supremacist system disappeared that, it would solve all problems. Like, now people ain't going to jail no more. Now people ain't baby mamas no more. People ain't baby daddies no more. Every black man's got a job. We would stop killing each other and shooting each other and all this kind of nonsense. I don't believe that if the supremacist system went away, that all that shit would go away. I don't believe that. Now, people will tell you, well, a lot of this stuff is going on because of, this supremacist system. But if we got rid of that supremacist system, does that mean that now all black folks are prosperous? All black folks are family orientated? All black folks, got their shit together and they got careers and they got all that kind of bullshit going on? Does that mean that? Is the so-called supremacist system the only thing that's keeping black folks from reaching whatever? And I'll go to B.M.T. on that. Can you hear me, brother B.M.T.?
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, can you repeat that one more time? You were borging. I couldn't. It was borging on my side.
What I was saying was, if we always talk about, the quote unquote supremacist system, but what if it went away? What if somehow, hypothetically, we got rid of it and we got rid of the effects it have, or the so-called effects, whatever you think those effects are? We got rid of those effects on black people. Would that automatically stop folks from going to jail? Would that stop black folks from being poor? Would it stop, this illegitimacy rate and all that kind of shit? Would that magically stop because the supremacy stopped?
No, it would not stop it. It would not. You gotta understand that this is a cultural conditioning. Cultural conditioning. See, the white supremacy thing, if that were to just stop, it would not stop the in that world from still turning. If white people were to disappear tomorrow, does that mean that black people are going to pick up the pace? Let's be for real. A good 90% of black people can't function without white people. I know y'all want to hear me say that, but see, I'm gonna tell you that while I'm drinking my coffee. Some of y'all niggas will never be able to function without your white zaddy. You need him. Because then you need somebody to tell you when to wake up, wash your ass, spread your cheeks, all that crazy shit. Y'all need him. Yo, I'm done with the complaining and the bitching. I'm gonna just get out there and do what the fuck I gotta do. Because then after that, what else? I mean, so after you deal with that, how you gonna deal with that female? Let's be for real. The female's starting to make more moves than you black men. The female's in the goddamn House of Representatives. You ain't in there. Well, let's talk about business. Let's talk about the HR rooms for human resource. Who's in there more? Not black men. Women are. Black females are. Who's the one? Who's the one sitting on the judge seats now? Not black men. Black females are. So even after you get over that fucking goddamn white man gone, that white devil, you gotta still deal with that black motherfucking bitch. That one who runs your fucking households. I know y'all want to deal with that one. So it's easier to go after the white man. Why? Because he don't even see you as a fucking threat. So it's easier to go after anything else. But when you talk about that white man, it's easier patch up excuse. You can't listen, man. I accepted the world for what it is. But I'm not going to keep complaining about it. I'm just going to go do some shit. I get that. See, I literally right there with Prophet, and I think RJ was there, I talked about making fucking jobs in the black community. Me and Prophet literally talked about, come on, Prophet, how many times, we openly said it right there on the B1 network about jobs. We offered.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, if you're in the Queen City, I can use two brothers. I start you off with $15 an hour. If your black ass stick around, I'll talk about a raise. I'll bump you up to 20. All I expect for you to do is know your way around a toolbox and have a driver's license, and I'll give you a shot. Hit me up if you need a job and you're in the Queen City.
Now, granted, you just had a black man literally didn't say you need a certificate, didn't say you need to have a degree. He still will take you even if you fucked up 25 different times in your life. He just said, I just need you to show the fuck up.
That's it.
You literally, I've watched RJ do shows on business. And as much as y'all say nobody give y'all a chance, why ain't y'all filling up his goddamn views? Why ain't y'all blowing him up? Why ain't y'all blowing up that motherfucker's phone? As much as y'all talk about black women or women ain't respecting y'all, why aren't y'all hitting up Coon? He's a gentleman. He treats his woman with respect. So you literally have the motherfucking black men tools ahead of y'all that can literally help y'all. But nah, fuck them. I'd rather call up that white man. Fuck the tools that I've been given, that I literally can take the tools that I got in front of me and make them work until I get to that position. No. Oh, hey, I can see RJ now. Hey, brother, let me come and help you fix your taxes. Shut up. That white man, you know he's going to fuck up my taxes, but I can help you fix them. I can help you in 2 years if you just manage your money and budget yourself properly. You know, I can help you fix your credit. Better yet, brother, why don't I show you how to take your Crown Vic that you bought, and why don't we turn that into like a taxi service where you can travel people from DeKalb County to doggone Atlanta to Augusta. We can make a killing. I got clients. Nah, man, fuck that. You know that white man, he got that state trooper out there to get me. I don't know what to do, bro. It's like, and no matter what you do, the mental shackle is yourself, black man. You're your own mental shackle. I got a man right now named Infantry Skills literally saying you talking down on black men. But nigga, you literally joined the fucking infantry. That's a white-owned goddamn system. How you gonna get mad at me and you literally joined a government that's ran by the white man that you talk shit about? Make that make sense to me. I literally tell men, get in, get what the fuck you need, and get the fuck out. Y'all wonder why people can easily come in your community, fucking sell y'all Popeye's chicken and diabetes and all kind of shit. But I didn't hear you. I didn't see y'all motherfuckers lining up to go to no goddamn black-owned restaurant businesses. I didn't see y'all boycotting Popeyes. When Black Friday come, I want to know how many of y'all going to go to a black-owned store. Oh, no, you're not going to go there. You're going to go to a white store like Walmart and Target and Kmart and Sears because you hate the white man so much, but yet you do so much to, buy his shit. Y'all say free Kaepernick, but the niggas trying to literally get back into a white goddamn system called the NFL. But white supremacy's keeping him out, but yet y'all keep paying him. But wait, why isn't he making jobs for y'all niggas? Kaepernick don't bring y'all to his house. Y'all say fuck that illegal, fuck them immigrants. But see, them immigrants don't be fucking with y'all. They come to your communities and buy up your shit and kick your grandma out of her fucking house. But that's white supremacy. Yet those motherfuckers come in and say, oh, fuck these niggas. Let them kill each other. We're just going to take their shit. How is it possible people who are coming after you are beating you? Y'all talk now, y'all so bad, y'all talk about going to Africa. The Africans don't even want y'all ass down. This is where we're at. Y'all say, oh man, the community's fucked up, but see, y'all not even building functioning families. The white man ain't coming and fucking up your family. The white man don't tell you to go fuck that damn dusty ass bitch. RJ was literally right there when I was talking. RJ, you remember when I was talking about chivalry, right? On the panel.
Right.
Did I ever disrespect black women?
Not at all.
But how did that shit went left real quick?
It went left real quick and nobody was trying to hear it. And the argument I wanted to make based upon that was, I think you and I could agree and tell me if you don't agree. But again, if that right there would make someone quickly say, all right, you know what? I was considering maybe being a better protector when I see something go on. But you know what? On second thought, I think I'm just going to leave it alone.
Boom. But hold on. But see, right there, RJ. Mm-hmm. You see, when stuff like that, see, we on the same page. We on kindred spirit. See, we there. And Prophet had been there. See, Obsidian was just eating it up.
Absolutely, exactly. I know he was. I know he was eating it up.
Would have probably been right there laughing and kicking his feet up in the air
precisely.
And eating pudding pot pies and say, see, B.M.T, you see how they are with those black women? I told you I said them goddamn hyenas.
No, that's real.
Now,
that's real. That's what I was trying to say.
Is dead. Save your chivalry for those who are willing to fall in line. Oh, no, you're supposed to protect everyone and everything. I said, well, depends on where you're going. Depends on what you're doing. Everybody ain't trying to be saved, baby. I understand that. Do you know how many black men, aka y'all fucking Negro Jesus, Nipsey Hussle, have gone into the community and they're dead now? The white supremacy, I know y'all got y'all doggone myths and shit about fucking making y'all shoot each other. But then after that, they were shooting up the memorial. They were shooting up the goddamn funeral. Y'all were dancing and twerking at the goddamn funeral. The baby mama is taking half of his goddamn life earnings that he owned. The white man who owned the store actually is taking it back and selling it to the Latinos. But that's white supremacy's fault. See, believe me, this is why B.M.T. I cannot. See, Prophet, you did this. You allowed me to cut up tonight.
I don't censor my panelists, so pull the trigger.
I mean, y'all talked about ADOS. Y'all talked about ADOS. But I wonder, ADOS, what money are y'all collecting for y'all goddamn reparations trial? You know, trials do cost money. Attorneys do cost money. Oh, wait, everybody's supposed to work for free. So a high-priced black attorney that Mr. RJ or Prophet or maybe Coon probably knows somebody in his family or knows somebody, but y'all say fuck him because of who he married to, because white supremacy forced him that. But mind you, we're not happy that we got a successful black man that literally is not doing anything to the community, but because of who he's sleeping with, fuck him. And you see, when y'all do that to the people who are being successful, when y'all do that to the people who are doing things that are worth a damn and say, why are you dressed like a white boy? Wait, did these are what I like to wear. I don't like to bust a sag. I don't like to swear. I treat women with respect. You sound like a bitch. I just don't treat people with respect. Nah, man, you just sound like a pussy. Wait, how do I sound like that? You know, Bump It, why am I even trying to help you people? When y'all do these things to the people that can help you, and then when they start making moves in their fucking life, and then you say, well, what about us, the black people? How can you sit there at that table with the multicultural people and talk about things that it doesn't involve what we like? Well, I'm sorry, because when I literally did try to tell you something, you told me shut the fuck up. You told me that I'm not black enough for you because I actually speak with a vernacular English. You got mad at me because me and my friends, we don't go out and shoot pool. We actually go to the shooting range and actually, play golf and drink wine and actually make $20,000 to $30,000 deals. See, I can tell you about some of the stuff I do. But see, if I actually showed y'all my livelihood, I mean, I literally had black men try to shame me and my family all throughout YouTube. But then you'll still tell B.M.T that white supremacy is the reason why these things are happening to you. But I'm like, hold up, niggas. Once y'all trying to disrespect my wife, she's never got on YouTube. I don't think Prophet has she. And disrespected me. Wait. Y'all try to dox where my children go to school at. Even though we know the climate of pedophilia and stuff. Y'all try to come at me. When I talked about a man who was charged for rape in the black community, y'all got mad at me and said that was white supremacy that put him in the system. But I'm like, hold up. Did white supremacy take his penis and try to force it on that girl? But, oh no, black B.M.T, you did that. You shouldn't have called that out. But B.M.T gets called the predator and say surviving B.M.T. Not even though I showed you a fucking court document. You see, when these things happen, you can't get mad when that brother finally says, fuck the community, fuck y'all, whatever that white man, Billy Bob Joe does to you, it's on you. I'm not saving you now. Because the brothers that have the resources, that have the fucking keys to success, that have the sword to slay the motherfucking dragon, you motherfuckers told them to get the fuck out the village. You're the one that told me that, hey, B.M.T, you're not black enough. I'm sorry that I actually go to a black school that most of you niggas don't even know where your kids are at during the day and actually talk to kids and actually tell them to go into STEM, to actually tell black people different programs to go get job or voc rehab or try to send them a Prophet or RJ and hook up other. Actually rather come at me, the black man that you say protect you, and you rather treat me like a fucking dog. But then when I actually go over to Rodney, Kenneth, Khalil, Muhammad, motherfuckers who aren't black, and say, why do you keep talking to them black people? What? Oh, them niggas? Them niggers? You talking about them, which I want to call them, I'll say for you. Yeah, you want to? Oh, B.M.T, how can you say that about us? Why? Because they know at the end of the day, they watch you, how you treat your own. So then when they offer me the deal, you make it seem like I signed the hands with the devil. I want how about your y'all like to bring up pro-black leaders that have fought so hard for your community. But see, how many of them died broke, penniless, destitute? But then y'all preach this holy Gandhi Jesus bullshit to me about all this, peace and love and happiness and shit and that family. But then y'all niggas don't believe it. Then y'all talk about the family. Y'all talk about that Wakanda shit. But then I'll be like, hold up, bro. Like, mess me with this bullshit, right? Mess me with this bullshit Luke Cage shit right here. I told y'all, bro, y'all should have never let me come back on Black Excellence. Because Lord knows, bro, a lot of buffoonery, bro. I watch y'all low-key diss and hate, on brothers who are literally trying to do shit worth a fuck. Black men who are even going out there and fucking your disease-infested bitches. Black men who are actually doing shit. Black men who are actually going to programs and making them life better. Y'all steadily keep trying to shame. I don't have white men fucking doing shit. I got more so ass-sucking niggas that do more shit to our people. And then when we say shit about it, literally, I don't know. As much of y'all black men that say y'all don't got fucking jobs, y'all should have been beating on that fucking keyboard screen when Prophet said, y'all, I'm offering a job. Y'all motherfuckers, only one probably do out of 275 in the chat. I counted. Only one person asked. But then you'll see black people aren't hiring. I literally...
VMT, I don't mean to interrupt you, man.
Oh my God, boy, I better drink my fucking coffee, boy. I'm not even drinking tonight. This is how bad I get. Oh, y'all don't know how much
man. You know,
I really said on this platform, Prophet would have to kick me off.
No, hell no, I ain't kick you off. You say whatever the hell you want. Say whatever the hell you want out there, goddammit.
And listen, listen, bro. I literally have people tell me I do not care about people, my black people, but y'all niggas don't know. When I was asking for brothers to donate, and Prophet knows I've been asking for that for a while. Niggas rather have fucking deal and fucking Patreon and fucking giving money to niggatry. But when a black man literally said, donate to the fucking kids going back to school that need fucking money, y'all tried to shame me and other black people. But then y'all say white supremacy is why our schools are fucked up. No, nigga, I blame y'all. I blame y'all. I wish y'all niggas would stay the fuck away from us. If there was a fucking burning, dying planet, I would put y'all on there. There is no bro. Who needs the white man when I got you niggas, bro? Like, honestly, I say that every day I wake up.
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Y'all do so much harm to black people, and y'all will literally shame them and say, you're not doing enough. I've heard that happen when a black man who doesn't even live in your community, who literally fought tooth and nail, and he's a second generation, wasn't even born in the hood. You try to shame him, say, you're not black enough because he wasn't born there, because he doesn't speak with a certain ebonics, because he doesn't have income. You shame him rather than praise him and say, brother, keep going. You think Jay-Z's kids are going to ever be in your fucking hood? You think Jeezy's kid, young Jeezy, the same motherfucker trapped in the hood? Guess what? His son runs a fucking suit and gentleman club fucking business. Majority of you cannot even afford to go in there. The same dude who's so dope, his sons do not even know you niggas. His son knows white collar white kids, and he goes to a college. Most of the niggas.
Man.
Dream, they don't even have their kids around your fucking kids. Their kids don't know. Their kids know Jaden Smith. Their kids know Kyle. All the motherfuckers you disdain, they put their kids in their school away from you niggas, bro. You never see them. Yet you praise them. That's that real nigga. Y'all don't know what the fuck real is. Because real is getting my kids into school. Real is getting the fuck out of the fucking hood and saying, yo, bro, let's reconstruction it in our image. But see, y'all get triggered. I can't believe you're going to tear down that old bodega that has asbestos sick. But then again, I love going there because that's where I go do all my dirty deeds. No, motherfucker. Like, I buy it, or fucking Titino and his fucking cousin buy it. But when they get it, you got a problem when a black man gets it. Man, give me the fucking hookup, dog. Give me the hookup, dog. Why can't you put me on? Why can't you do me, dog? Whoa, dogs, shut the fuck up and pay me, dog. We do these things for you niggas. I swear, boy. Like, y'all, listen, bro. Like I said, boy, I held in so much shit on black. Y'all don't know how many.
You heard him on
B.M.T. That shit was.
Listen, low key, every fucking day I look for a reason to kill off my brand of B.M.T. So that way y'all never call me again.
That shit was so. that shit was so epic that I'm like ready to end the fucking show and start playing the music and
Some days
shit.
I look for I was
I'm ready to start playing the music and doing shout outs and end this motherfucker after all that. But
about to go on PlayStation.
this is the thing. This is the thing, man. I know we often talk this shit because a lot of us, let's be clear, man. A lot of us, we weren't trapped by some white system. I mean, I think that's very few of us, man. I think that's a minority of us. I don't think that that's all of us. Now, people have you think, oh, all of y'all, you know, the dudes that made it, you know, y'all were ready to go ahead and, you know, switch over to the system and concede to the white man. That's why y'all ain't eating roaches. That's why y'all ain't living in the projects. That's why y'all ain't in the fucking ghetto. Okay, that's what people will say. They will say that. But I think that this so-called supremacy shit, like I said earlier, affects you as much as you let it affect you, for one. And for two, I would venture to say that it doesn't affect as many goddamn people as we say it does. I just don't believe it. Now, people will say, oh man, you don't believe it. No, it's not that I don't believe in white supremacy. It's not that I don't believe in the white power structure. I know it's there. I know it exists. I know it's real. Okay. Just like I know the sun, the moon, and the stars are real. I know those things are real too. But guess what? I don't not take my black ass to work because it's 110 degrees outside. All right. I know the sun is real and I know it's hot, but I don't let it stop me from doing what I need to do. Just like I know the rain is real. I don't let that stop me from doing the things I need to do. So just because something exists, if you can acknowledge that something exists, but you can also acknowledge the fact that it doesn't have the effect on you that people says it does. Now, maybe some of you out there, maybe the white man do got his foot on your face. Maybe the white man do got you, you know, underfoot and got his hand around your throat. But newsflash, he doesn't got his hand around mine. He doesn't have his foot on my goddamn face because that is how I created my life. Like I said before, I worked hard to get where I am now. Nobody gave me shit, okay? No white man gave me a goddamn thing, and none of you goddamn Negroes did either. By the way, none of you Negroes did either. And I think
you owe your community X.
And I think, let me tell you, I don't owe my community shit. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all about community, okay? Like I say all the time, I'm a patriarch, right? Because my old man is dead, right? I have a wife, I have 2 sons, I have 2 daughters, and I have 5 grandchildren, okay? All of those people that I just mentioned, those people exist because of me. My wife, we're married. She has my last name. My sons and my daughters, they have my last name. My grandchildren have my last name. Shit, even the women that my sons married have my last name. You understand? That is my goddamn community. I built it myself without any help from Negroes or white folks. That is my community to guide, to protect, to provide for. That is my community. So let me suggest something to you, so-called community folks. I suggest you build your own communities from the ground up instead of trying to go out and put out these fires in other communities. See, the community I have, I built it on my own. All right? I built it. And guess what? Part of that community will still be standing long after my ass is dead. My oldest grandson, he's named after me. So y'all will still have to deal with an old ex long after I'm dead. Can you say that about your goddamn community out there that you're trying to repair? Can you say that shit'll be standing long after your black ass dead? So when people talk supremacy, and talk about community, yeah, maybe the supremacy is in control of that goddamn thing out there that you consider a community. But I tell you right now, supremacy ain't got shit over my community. And when I say my community, I'm talking about the one that I built. Mine. So no one can tell me what my fucking community is, man. That's another thing. Not only do you got people telling you how the supremacy affects you, people want to define what your community is. Man, don't tell me what my community is, man. You don't know me. You don't know what my community is. You don't know who stand behind me. You don't know how big my tribe is. I got a real big tribe. And like I said, I built it on my goddamn own without any help because I didn't ask for any. Didn't ask you Negroes for no help building my community. None. And guess what? Ain't nobody in X's community bitching and moaning and trying to get people to come from outside of it and help. You know why? Because I sit on the top of it and I make sure that my community don't need no goddamn help from anybody on the outside of it. Go ahead, Brother Supreme. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, you and B.M.T, man, 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 this is awesome because it's like if it's sit here and she listening to me and my crazy laughter, and she asks, "Nice, don't be making people mad." Like I'm not making anybody mad. I'm just listening to these two dudes. They saying all of my talking points. So, but man, before I get up out of here, man, I just want to thank you all both, especially Xavier for having me on. B.M.T, we'll get together and do that anime thing at some point. But and Mr. RJ, peace.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we disagree, man. But I'm gonna work on you, man. I'm gonna make you a coon one day, man. That's my aspiration.
Not RJ.
Well,
I ain't gonna become no coon, but like I said, I fuck with Supreme King Coon, man. But no, I never become a coon. But like I said, brother, I mean, you forever. I'm gonna forever wish nothing but positivity and nothing but the best coming your way. You know what I mean? As you work hard and work towards it. I'll never be on some old man. Fuck Supreme King Coon. I hate him. I want him fucked off. You know what I mean? No. Hey, I wish number positivity your way, brother.
Let me say this before you peel out, Brother Supreme. Now, I want y'all to know that I don't agree with Brother Supreme when he say burn it down and shit. I mean, I don't believe that. I don't believe that it should all burn down. But what I do believe is some of it is already burnt down, and some of it got fires all over the place that can't be put out. Now, I don't believe a nuclear bomb should be dropped on the shit like Brother Supreme do, but I do believe that some of the shit is already burnt. Some of the shit is already ash, and like I always say, you can't do shit with ash except sweep it away and build something on top of where those ashes once stood. Nah, I do believe that.
The nuclear bomb.
That's all. I just want the I just want them. I just want to, make that clear that I don't believe in, burning the fucking, I don't believe in burning black society down, but I do believe that some of it is already burnt down and some of it can't be saved. It's fucking ash, man. It just
And
is.
that's the thing, brother X. I feel like it's burning metaphorically. I don't want to see it burn down literally.
No,
and see,
absolutely not.
Prophet,
precisely.
Prophet,
and see,
Coon do. He do. He be waiting every fucking day on the news.
Well, I know Brother Supreme would be standing there with the damn with
handing
the
out
goddamn
t-shirts
with the match and the
with
gasoline
the
and shit.
cocktail, the gasoline, and all that shit.
With the flamethrower and shit.
I was talking a fire truck. In a fire truck that's spraying gasoline.
Exactly. Motherfucker
This
be.
is why we gotta keep Coon away from the goddamn community.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He doing us a favor, brother X, by letting us know how he feel. We be talking about our city and come on, like we was talking earlier. Hey man, well you doing good deeds for the community. Supreme, we don't want you doing no deeds for the community. Keep your ass where the fuck you at.
Coon will tell them everything. Listen.
You know, as a matter of fact, you are excommunicated, brother. You ain't even welcome.
Coon will
Goddamn
take these matches and put them in special places.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see. I'm the type of brother who, it's a lot of brothers that I disagree with, and me and Supreme, we all right, and I do disagree with him with some shit, but we still all right. Notice he still come on with shit. I just talked to him on the phone. When was that? Yesterday. We shot shit on the phone yesterday. So I mean, he's got a right to say what he wants to say, man, and I got a right to disagree with the shit.
And that's my thing. And that's my thing, brother X. We can fucking work with each other and disagree. I don't know why it don't like with me. And even brother Taz has said this. Brother B.M.T has said this. It don't have to be on some old fuck you forever. You know what I mean? It's just like again, I can just say, all right, man, we ain't got to talk about interracial dating. We ain't got to talk about none of this other shit. If we're here talking about macro economics, or if we're here talking about goddamn it biology, I mean, just whatever it's gonna take for us to remain on what we are unified on. We always talk about this unified front, and that's how I approach any situation. When I try to do business with the local pastors here, I'm not Christian. Okay, but I don't go up in there on some more. I humble myself. I know who I'm coming before. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go up in here and I'm gonna talk to this pastor. Hopefully he can get down with the get down. After I introduce myself and say what I gotta say, I know you're gonna come through with the fuck shit. Oh, you a member of this church and all this. I tell you what, I become a member of this church. You become a member of this cause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I come through and show out because see, I'm able to separate, and I don't want to say BS. I'm able to separate things that I don't align myself with for. Not just for personal gain or something that benefits me or to seem like some snake shit or a chameleon, but even through all that, there are still things within those parables where I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I can rock with that. You know what I mean? That's a hellified understanding of something that one may perceive to be greater, quote unquote, or one may perceive to be some sort of proverb that they can use in their day-to-day life. What's so funny, brother?
Listen, man, Coon is just having the best. This is Coon's best night,
give me the infinity gauntlet. Grown man said he's gonna snap his fingers. I got you.
Coon is just having the best goddamn night, man. That's what I gotta say, boy. That's why I can't open up to my feelings, because sometimes I feel like I give Coon's mindset a voice, and I'll be like, Lord have mercy. Like, I already know, and I'm already fine with it. Niggas gonna take X's video and run damn 9 to 10 doggone fucking content streams off of just me being allowed to say that on X. Mind you, our prophet literally says, "Open your mind."
Yeah.
Literally, that's literally.
I don't censor my guests, man. I mean, I'm willing to take whatever hits, come along the line. I mean, I don't censor my guests.
Well,
I mean, you on the panel.
I know.
You already know the deal, BMT. You already
know. I know. That's why we rock so well.
Say whatever the hell you want to say on the T.P.O.T. YouTube page.
That's why we can't. That's how it's hard to get people on Black Exes. That's why we not.
I find it so funny that when I make statements like, let the community burn down, all of a sudden, people come out the woodworks and what about the kids? You're like, come on now, man. Y'all haven't been scared about the kids for centuries. Come on.
Well,
Come
you know,
on.
that's all part of the that's all part of the deflection there. You know, I mean, you hear people talk about what about this, what about that, and you know, and they usually direct it to people who they say are quote unquote outside of black society. Okay, whatever the fuck that means. They direct it at people who are outside of black society. So if you're directing that to someone who's quote unquote outside of black society, and you're saying, what about the kids? What about the this? What about the that? Don't you think you should be directing that shit to the people who you consider inside of black society, as opposed to you're saying, what about the kids? What about the baby mamas? What about the this? What about that? These are questions that you should be asking the people who are in that box. They should be answering those questions. You shouldn't be asking those questions for people who you say, who you claim are outside of that box. You need to be going back in that box and asking all those people who are punching holes in the motherfucker, setting it afire, flooding it, ripping it, making it flip over. You need to be asking those people, what about the kids? What about the this? What about the that? Don't you think they are there? They have a bigger stake in it than the people who live outside of it, right? I mean, if I live on a mountaintop and below that mountaintop is a village, why would you climb up to the fucking mountaintop and say, hey, X, could you come down to the village, man, and help us build a house? Could you come down to the village and help us have running water? Could you come down to the village and teach us how to make a system so we can have some heat, so we can grow some food? I would be like, wait a minute. You climbed all the way up this mountain to ask me, and you have 500 motherfuckers down there in the village already? You leave the village, climb the mountain to ask the person up there to fix the problem, and not the people who are in it? That's where the rub comes in for me, because you have people doing a lot of talking, and they say, well, the supremacy has made it so we can't do it. But somehow the supremacy has not stopped the man on the mountain. In fact, according to some of these folks, the supremacy made it so the man could be on the mountain, right? The supremacy made it that way. So now the system that you claim has you so oppressed, you want to go to another person who you think the supremacy helped. I mean, a lot of this shit just doesn't calculate with me, because you want people who you say are part of white supremacy to come in and help you defeat said white supremacy. I don't get it. I don't get it. If they're part of it, you already said they're part of it. So how on earth do you expect them to come help you defeat it? You know, it's sort of like, going to the police station and reporting it after the cops beat you up. You know, you go inside that same precinct and complain about those cops beating you up that work in that precinct. I mean, it doesn't compute. So a lot of this shit that people have a tendency to say just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense. And like I said, the more I hear this whole supremacy shit, that shit starts to make less and less sense. And yeah, I know people are going to say, oh, X, screw you. You don't know the system of white supremacy. Like I said before, fuck it. Maybe I don't need to know it, because guess what? I done got this far without knowing shit about it. So I'll just stick with what I got. I don't need to learn no more about the shit. All right.
Well,
We getting ready to.
give this last.
can I get one last point before I go?
Yeah,
X?
hurry up and get
Go ahead.
coming out the
Go ahead.
goddamn chat, bro.
Go ahead, brother Supreme. Go ahead.
On this whole white supremacy thing. Okay, so from what I on the pro-black, black first movement type of individuals is that black people are supposed to have been like the first people on the planet, and they got all this stuff
Shut up,
about
Coon. Shut up, Coon.
you
we
know,
know
the
what you about to
science
say.
and the math, everything came from them and all this. Okay, and we're just gonna roll with that as absolute truth. Absolute truth. Okay. So if that's absolutely true, then I still want to be a coon. Because man, that white man got to be a bad joker, man, to come out of a cave and to overtake all of them people for thousands of years. Oh man,
Supreme, you ain't shit, man.
That's what I said. That's why I told y'all, shut up, Coon. Y'all know we gonna do that, man.
They came out of cave with a mask.
Well, you know, well, brother CRU, if you want to come on, the panel, brother, you can come on, man, because we probably gonna rock out for maybe another 20-30 minutes or so. If you want to come up on the panel, let me know, man. I'll go ahead and shoot you the link, because you know this is YouTube and everybody has everybody's fucking email and shit. Yeah. So if you want to come up, let me know. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. This is what puzzles me, right? Now, we always talk about how fucking oppressed we are, right? Which I think is a bunch of bullshit, because you know, you have people who always talk from a standpoint of struggle mountain, right? You would,
that was a good talk,
you know, yeah, you would think that, you know, we are all starving, we are all damn near dying, we are all poor,
bellies full of maggots.
We're all eating roaches and maggots, and you know, all of us are living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and it's 10 of us. You know, I mean, the way people talk, you would think that every single fucking black person in this country is suffering. I mean, I mean, come on. And I'm not even just talking about the brothers on this panel. I mean, in general, I mean, what's the poverty's high? Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think it's at like somewhere between 22 and 25% amongst black people, which comes out to about 8-9 million folks, which is a lot of folks. You know, you're talking 8-9 million people who live at the poverty line or below it, right? But that's only 25% of us, all right? If 25% of us are at the poverty line or below it, that means the other 75% are not. That means the other 75% of us are not living in the ghetto, are not in the projects, are not on the fucking cheese line, are not on fucking welfare and shit. I mean, come on. Can we stop with this struggle mountain bullshit that every fucking black person is a poor black person? We're not all fucking poor, man. We're not all living pillar to post. We're not all homeless. We're not all in dire straits and destitute. It's not true. That, when you talk about white supremacy talking points, that is one. That is one. Because you want to convince other black people that all of us are fucking struggling, that all of us are fucking poor, that all of us are living from hand to mouth. You are spreading the quote unquote supremacy talking points because you want everybody to believe that freaking all black people just ate their last meal this morning. I mean, that kind of shit kills me, man, because it's not true. I know it's not. Because I run into brothers every goddamn day. Every day I run into brothers who own their own companies, own their own businesses, have very good jobs. I run into them all the time. I run into them on here. All the brothers that were on here tonight, every single one of those brothers have their own business, do their own thing, call their own shots. So if it's so many of us that are just living hand to mouth and freaking hunting our own food and shit, if it's so many of us doing that, how come it's so easy for me to find brothers like the brothers that's on here? It should be hard. It should be difficult, right? It should be like trying to find a big needle in a stack of little needles, right? It's all bullshit. And I think a lot of this so-called supremacy talk is just people hugging themselves, man, comforting themselves, hugging themselves and making themselves feel better. Why? To fucking compensate, man, for their own fucking failures. And I think a lot of the people who we know are not struggling, they're talking about it because, see, they want to give cover to the fucking people who are covering and comforting for their own goddamn failures. That's what I believe. I believe we give this supremacy shit way too much fucking credit. We give this supremacy shit way too much power. And we give it way too much fucking oxygen. I do. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this? This is from the state. This is a paperwork, business tax property that I don't know why would the white man put this in my hand? Why would the white devil give a goddamn monkey like me this paper? Wait, oh right, because I run my own life and I officiated myself. I'm literally trying to start another company on top of another company. I talk power talk with X off screen. I compete. I'm trying to make it just like it touched my soul when X said I'm building my own community because see, I know my son asked me one time, he says, Daddy, why do you work so hard? I said, son, one day I'm going to close my eyes and everything I taught and put into you and in your brothers and in your sisters, it's going to all be yours. And what I taught you, if you learn and you take it and you run with it, they can never take it away from you because it only gets better. All the property I give you, all the deeds I scrape hard and I tear up my nails. I look sometimes I watch Prophet and I see his nails black and dirty, and I know how that is because I know when I go inside doggone the car dealership and they look at me with the brother wearing the t-shirt and the sweatpants and they see me and they're like, who is you? But then I'm that same brother that leaves out with not just one fucking vehicle, but two vehicles. One vehicle to put my woman in, and I buy my own goddamn truck. See, that's that. I'm that brother. So when they see me walk into the store, they open up the door for me for that dealership. Because they know that, that's the brother that came and bought two cars. See, I could say that because, but that took me 8 to 10 years to get to that point. See, everybody wants fucking milk and honey in the promised land, and everybody wants that bad bitch, and everybody wants that house. But see, when you got the brothers who are telling you what you got to do and how you got to scrape and climb and fight your way up there, see, you got to actually man up and be a man and, take responsibility and accountability. See, you don't like that. You don't want to hear that. I'm not here to tell y'all to feel good. I'm not. I mean, I can honestly give a shit how some of y'all think about me anymore, because I'm at a point and level in my life right now where your thoughts and your cares don't even matter. Like me and X told you, when we turn off these goddamn cameras, bro, we go back to our lives of fucking making money. When RJ clicks off that goddamn phone screen, he clicks it right back onto his business screen. He's going right back into dealing with clients that he's making a check. See, y'all gotta understand this shit. Some of y'all need that attention. Y'all need that fucking acceptance of black people. I don't need you motherfuckers. I don't. My children do not have to depend on you. They depend on me. And I build up a network. I'm the king. I'm the king. I'm the brother with the 10+ year marriage that you would want to talk to. I'm the brother that runs my shit. I'm the brother that has trailers behind my fucking family property house that people fight over to get in them because they know B.M.T builds quality shit. I'm the guy that the mayor literally meets up on Thursday and Friday nights to go play billiards and doggone throw darts and talk about, hey man, how can I grout this tile? Well, sir, if you want me to come by, I'm gonna charge you $200. Man, bro, come on, man. Just come on by, man. Shit, that ain't nothing but a thing. I don't have to lower my prices anymore. Now, I don't mind putting other brothers on, and I don't mind teaching you a trade. Hell, Prophet said he'll even teach you. RJ said he'll teach you. See, when you got brothers say they'll teach you, see, you got to be willing to receive and listen. But see, some of y'all don't got your mind open. You rather hear the feel good preaching of the pastor of Struggle Mountain. You rather hear that. You rather hear that preaching, but see, you don't want the fire and damnation of get your shit together. See, that kind of preaching that we used to have in the day where a black man will tell you, listen, get your shit together and get the fuck out my house. You getting too old and you ain't gonna be eating on my couch. Me and your mama, we ready to get you out. See, you haven't heard that, but see, you're around a bunch of men. You're around a bunch of men. You want the coddling of mama. You still sucking on the tit. But you ain't ready to eat the meat. You ain't ready to hunt. Y'all can keep on looking for supremacy, man. I never said that shit ain't out there. But see, at this rate that I'm going at right now, motherfucker, they can't slow me down. Only way they can slow me down is when I'm dead and gone. And even then, I know that the things that I've already done now, my kids and my woman are good. Can you say that? Can you say that? I can.
You see what conservative red pill with a passport said, right? I had to put that on the screen. He says that's why middle class blacks just silently separate themselves from the ghetto class. I mean, that it's not too much you can say after that. I mean, that's just a nugget right there. I mean, that I can't even say nothing after that. After
They don't
that
know, Prophet.
Yeah, after that nugget, that conservative red pill with the passport said, it's like, there it is. There it is, man. But people will have you believe. I totally disagree that is wrong. If you happen to become middle class, upper middle class, rich, whatever, you're supposed to stay right there in the projects. Don't move out of that project building in the ghetto. Remain there and help all these people around you who, guess what? They ain't doing what you're doing. They ain't got what you got. You need to stay right there. Help them build, okay? Help them get to where you at, even at the risk of losing your shit. Because, see, that's what often happens, okay? You put your neck on the line. You put your livelihood on the line. You put your family's future on the line for a bunch of these people. And a lot of times, it never works out. It never works out. A lot of times, it does not work out, man. I mean, I know brothers. Hey, what's good, Cap? I see you up there. I know brothers who are out there on the ground doing their thing and they're doing a good job. Okay. My man Q Butter comes to mind. My people, he comes to mind when I think of it, when I think of this kind of stuff, man. And there's people out there on the ground doing their thing. But see, the challenge is here. The challenge is having the people who are willing to accept the guidance, the help, and also the challenge is finding the people willing to give the guidance and the help. So we are at a crossroads in Black society. And a lot of people do follow the narrative that conservative red pill just laid out. I mean, once they achieve a certain status in life, they don't want to be in the ghetto anymore. They don't want to live in the hood anymore. I always thought that if you grew up in the hood, in the ghetto, in the projects, I always thought the goal was to get out of it. I always thought the goal was to have better, have more than your old black ass mama had. Okay? Have a fucking have a house, have a decent size apartment or condo, or get an education, start a career, be an entrepreneur, have a business. I mean, that's what I thought. If you grew up with meager beginnings, that's what you would strive for. I don't think you would strive for growing up and remaining in the ghetto. What kind of logic is that? Is, if you ask me, if we're talking about the supremacy, isn't that supremacy thinking? If you think all you can do is remain in this fucking ghetto, you can't get out there and get the same kind of house that the white folks got. You can't drive the same kind of car that the white folks drive. You can't get the same education that the white folks get. You can't start a business that the white folks start. I mean, isn't that quote unquote supremacist thinking if you believe that you can't do these things because you're black? Isn't that giving the whole supremacist thing oxygen by thinking you cannot do these things for the simple fact that you're black? I mean, that to me, that's stupid. I've never thought that I could
Yeah,
do
I left my
anything
battery at home again too.
because I'm black. All right, I've never put that out there as brother. CRU, mute your line, man. I've never thought I've never thought that I wasn't capable of X, Y, and Z for the simple fact that I'm black, man. I mean, one thing is to be unqualified. One thing is to be untrained. One thing is to be unskilled. But I refuse to hear somebody tell me that they can't do something because they're unwhite. I cannot entertain that shit, man. No matter how much white supremacy you try to pump down my throat. Go ahead. Well, we've been joined by brother CRU. What's good, brother CRU? It's been a while, man.
Welcome, CRU. I think he's still on mute.
Is it still there?
Oh, what's up?
What's good with you, man?
Don't forget the lighter. Yeah. Yeah, I was in the store, man. I just got on my shift, man, for overnight. But I can't stand all this coon talk, man.
Oh, Lord.
You hear me? That's why I had to jump on here, man.
Drop it again.
I won't drop my goddamn phone. Yeah, no, look, I live in the whitest state in the United States, right? North Dakota. The whitest state. I'm even driving a white van right now, right? You feel me? But no, yeah, I'm doing well. My buddy, that's Ramil's friend too. You know what I mean? That's Ramil's buddy. You know what I mean? We all grew up the same town and shit, right? No, he just got a $5 an hour raise from these white folks, right? He's doing good. He's doing pretty all right for himself, right? And it's not because white supremacy doesn't exist. It's despite white supremacy. We're doing all of this despite white supremacy. You know what I mean? It's here and we're still going against it. We're still here doing our thing. So I can't say it doesn't exist and I can't say it doesn't have an effect on us because it does. But what I'm saying is us strong guys like me, you, B.M.T, Ramil, Mr. RJ and all of that, no, we're doing this despite that shit. So, I can't say it, like I said, I can't say it doesn't exist. I can't say it's not a hindrance to us. But shit, the strongest of us will fight against it, and we're still going to be strong regardless.
Right.
As men, as black men, period.
No, we don't refute that because Prophet said that. I said that. RJ said that. Coon, he don't give a fuck about no damn much. He already said if he could join my inside.
It was mostly Coon. It was mostly Coon.
Now,
somewhat of Ramil. I like Ramil. He grew up down the street from me.
Now,
but, yeah.
Right. So we don't refute. We're not gonna say, but I don't think any of us have had anybody burn a cross on our front yard. I don't think any of us have had it where we walked down the street and the police just randomly started beating us as little boys.
No, but I've had it to where the police pulled up on me and I've had 8 guns pointed at me.
Now I've had the police pull up on me, and mind you, I had a concealed carry, and they pulled a gun up. They pulled guns out on me. They didn't even say, "Hey, are you that person?" They just pulled the guns out on me.
Yeah,
I'm not refuting you, CRU, but I'm like, I get the climate that I am. I'm not refuting that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to let that stop me, nor will it stop you. You
No,
know,
I'm not going to say it's not going to stop us. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not going to stop us, but we know that a motherfucker just cut down a tree while we're running the goddamn runner race or whatever. They dropped down a tree, so we got to hop over that shit. And we're built for that shit. So we know that it's there, but we're going to beat it.
Like, I get you. But see, here's the thing about it. I'm glad that they brought up the baby boomers. Kids who weren't born in certain climates, right? And if they grow up, say your kids or your people, they grow up in certain areas where we hear the story and talking points of watch out for the white man, this and that and this. See, they hear all that from their uncles. But then when your kids grow up and they go to school and their best friends are white kids and they start hanging out and doing all kinds of shit, and they said, "Uncle, what the fuck you talking about?"
Yeah,
that's your experience, not mine. I'm dating this goddamn Filipino girl. No, you ain't supposed to be. Hold on, Uncle. That was your problem, not my problem. My colleagues are white guys where I need fucking money. Y'all look at me stingy, but when I ask for fucking goddamn $5, my damn colleague give me $10 and don't even look for no money back. I'm not trying to paint no doggone narrative, but some people's goddamn lifestyle, how they been interacting with white people, is going to be different from some of ours.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, it's easier to try to, depict. And I mean, there's people like, I'm sure there's some black people who were born in Dakota or Utah or certain areas which is predominantly white. They listen to country music and don't know a goddamn lickety split thing. They think goddamn Prince and goddamn Tupac are still alive. I said, those motherfuckers are dead. Oh, weird. I'm like, well, are you black? And I never ate watermelon. I never ate fried chicken. And they show me their goddamn friends, and they all a bunch of. I said, do you know you're black in that picture? Yeah, so why do you care? And I'm like, you're right. Why do I care? Live the best of your life, nigga. It's a free country. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But see, me saying that to them, mind you, I would say, you know what? As a black person, you need to feel my oppression and my 40 acres and the mule slavery pain. But they're like, no, nigga, like I'm sorry. I have a job working as a bank teller. That's just not my narrative I'm gonna have to go through. I have bills and
So
enough.
I grew up B.M.T. My best friend growing up was a white boy, right?
So I
Me
mean,
and him had a falling out because he doesn't understand white supremacy.
But see, that's the thing. The thing about it is, see, he doesn't understand that because why would he?
But
How would he?
but do you know one thing he did say to me?
What do you say?
Nothing better than growing up as a white man in America.
Okay.
So he understands white supremacy. He acts like he doesn't understand white supremacy.
Now here's the thing about it. Weren't y'all best friends? Right? Weren't y'all best friends?
Yeah.
Why would it matter about white supremacy if you have a white friend? You literally are a friend. You literally, what some people had to sneak and do, like from a white slave master boy to a slave. Y'all don't. Some people don't understand, and this is why some people.
Yeah, but slaves were best friends. Slaves were best friends with their master's children,
kids.
though, too.
Yeah, the kids.
But
The kids were playing.
but the kids still knew that his best friend was a slave. That was
Now,
his nigga
now
slave.
here's the thing about it. So, and there's a book. There's a book where people didn't like that damn shit where not everything is black and white. Not everything is black and white. And the thing about it is, if Prophet went through the generational struggle and he got it to where his kids don't have to go through that, why should we push the narrative of white supremacy? I don't think Prophet, whenever he goes to the table, you know what I'm saying, he's going to go to his kids and start talking about white supremacy because that's no longer his thing he needs to push on his grandkid. But get y'all education.
No, it's always there. It's always there.
No, but I get that. And listen, I mean, it's always there. And I'm not taking from that. And I know some people are going to be triggered like, B.M.T, why are you ducking and diving? No, but I'm just saying, man, like, listen, my kids know that they're black. I'm pretty sure that they realize that, hey, something's different about me than Timmy. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you grow up with the best of them. Like I'm from Chicago, B.M.T. I'm from Chicago.
Right.
Like born and raised. You know what I mean? I've been out there 35 years. I've been in Charlotte out there with X and shit. You know what I mean? I lived in Charlotte for 3 years. Like shit. I know what the fuck it is, dog, and you can grow up with everybody that you want to. But eventually you're gonna get your nigga moment. And you're gonna realize why was Penny different than you? Why is Rory different than Ray? You know? It's because he's white. Y'all did exactly the same thing, but why do they prefer Rory instead of Ray Ray?
So and now the thing about it is, the thing about it is this. I'm JoJo. You're Ray Ray. Rory got the job. And so the door closed on us for us to get that job with Rory. But I say, fuck it. I get it. I'm going to have to just work 2 jobs. I think Prophet was there when I talked about I was fucking flipping burgers in the morning, going to my second job was stocking shelves at a grocery store. And even though people clown me, but shit, I knew that sooner or later, this wasn't going to last forever because I was going to get a better job. Get it. My road wasn't paved with gold. It was a dirt road where I had to walk barefoot over rocks. But damn it, after a while, I started taking the rocks and making my own goddamn paved road. So then when I started growing my fucking village and getting my woman, guess what? My people that come behind me, they don't have to walk on the fucking dirt road. They don't have to walk barefoot, but I put the shoes on their feet so they can run. That is everybody wants to keep telling people you need to come back and help me build my fucking road. No, nigga, you build your own fucking road. I'm building mine. Why can't you do yours? Prophet built his. You doing yours. Your kid is doing good shit. Our kids are doing good shit. Why we keep being told to go back and do the work for other people, but then they want us to stop our progress? The fuck is that kind of sense, man? That's not fair.
No, I know. It hurts and it's painful. I don't like having shit. I got to do the extra work for my daughter because my daughter made a bad decision. You feel me? So, but guess what? we put the work in, and we hope that it keeps with the rest of them. You know what I mean?
I wanna
All you can do is talk to me and hope that it keeps, right? Ain't that all
I,
you can do, Jojo? That's all you
I,
can do is talk to me, right? And hope that what you say to me sticks with me. Same thing we do with our children, same thing we do with everybody else. Like I can't force anybody to do shit. Well, yeah, you can at a certain point, but
I want to read something that Brother Rael wrote earlier because I think it's very important in it, and it falls in line with what I believe a lot of this shit is. He says these black folks want white people to love them. I get the feeling that blacks would have rather stayed on plantations. Who cares if they don't like you? What matters is if you don't like you. And that is what I'm saying. Shout out to Brother Rael with that nugget.
Click
I
on that
mean,
prophet, put it up there so we can all see it.
yeah, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
that'd be-
gotta shout you out, Brother Rael, for saying that because I mean that is my very point. I mean, we got this thing where we feel like we need white folks to love us.
But
They
isn't
need to
the
accept us. They need to stop thinking of us as second class citizens. But who gives a shit what they think of us, man? He's right. What matters is what we think of each other. Isn't that more important?
Mhm.
Doesn't that mean more than what some other group thinks of us? Isn't what
well,
we think of each other more important?
oh, shit. Hold on.
I
I'm
agree
at
with
work.
you.
I'm at work. I'll be right back.
I agree with you, Prophet. Like, I listen, man. I don't think either one of us up here, I mean, give a fuck what the white man think about us.
Oh, who cares?
I really don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a
Who
fuck how y'all run with this
gives
shit.
a shit?
Like, I only care about what I myself is doing. I mean, Prophet. I've talked to Prophet. Prophet's self-made. This is a self-made black man. This is his platform. He has years in the game. That's why he can stand on his own words. I'm self-made. I put in the time and the work. So is CRU. All the men on here, we self-made.
Yep.
I don't think none of us gave a fuck. Oh well, maybe if we do this, maybe the white man would be appeased. I never gave a fuck what the white man was doing. I was more so worried about my damn checks. My woman, when she was laying down in the bed rubbing her fucking belly, she wasn't asking no white man. I hope the AC comes on, white man. She was saying, Joe, the AC's not working. Fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta go get another one.
Yep.
How much it cost at Dollar General? $10. I'm gonna make that money.
There it is.
I never gave a flying fuck, bro.
I mean,
the fuck.
I've heard. Let me tell you something. Since I've been on this YouTube shit, man, I've heard more credit given to white folks concerning black folks' lives than I ever had, like in my real life. And I mean, everyone who knows me knows what I do. Okay. I'm a mechanical engineer. All I do in my business is, I mean, 65% of my customers are white. So I deal with white folks all the time. I probably deal with white folks more than the average black person does because most of us have very little contact with white people in the first place. And I do not believe that every goddamn white person wakes up every morning and says, you know what? Let me go out and see if I can be supreme over some black folks. Now people will say, oh, X, that's not the system of white supremacy. Yeah, I know it's not. I know that's not the system of white supremacy. When y'all talk about the system of white supremacy, y'all talking about the politics, y'all talking about the economics, y'all talking about the social capital. But guess what? I will say again, and I've been saying it all night, that shit only has as much effect on you as you let it. Don't come to, excuse me, don't come to me telling me that you can't make your way because of white supremacy. Don't come to me telling me that you got all these kids because of white supremacy. Don't come to me telling me you had to go back and forth to the penitentiary over and over and over and over because of white supremacy, man. Because guess what? You got choices, and people will have you believe that you don't. You don't have choices. You had to sell dope. You had to go out and shoot folks. You had to go out and fuck 10 hoes and get them all pregnant. Yeah, you had to do all of that because, see, white supremacy's in your fucking head, right? Man, get out of here with that shit. Quit telling me that shit and quit telling me that I, too, am a victim of white supremacy, even though I didn't do any of the shit that you're doing. That's the rub for me, because you say white supremacy is so responsible for all this bad shit going on. But at the same time, you're trying to tell me that white supremacy is responsible for the shit I got going on too? So white supremacy is the all-seeing, the all-knowing, and the all-controlling? Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't believe that shit, man. And no one can make me believe it. You cannot make me believe that white supremacy is in control of everything in black folks' lives. I cannot believe that. I think that shit affects what it affects. Okay? And you can say what you want to say about me, god damn it. The shit I got, I worked hard for it to build it. And I ain't giving no white folks the goddamn credit. I don't care what you say, how many books you read, or how many history lessons you try to give me. I'm not trying to hear it. But we about to wrap up. So any parting shots before we get out of here, brother BMT?
Listen, this is probably one of our classics that we done that will stand the test of time, that people will watch. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, because you would only truly get this type raw, uncensored talk here on Black Exodus. And also, I believe, yeah, Prophet's also on Black Avenger. So, yeah,
I'm on Black Avenger.
Yep.
Look me up on Black Avenger. Just
Mhm.
punch in Xavier, Xavier. I probably should have the damn link down there, but I don't.
Yeah, put that link up, man.
Sorry.
You know, I'll be
Sorry,
killing. You
y'all.
know, I'll be seeing you out there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Look, I got you,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm on
I
Black
got you.
Avenger. I'm on Black Avenger. Come check me out.
Yeah, and I'm
Come
over there
check me
too. And the thing about it is, see, that's the thing about it. And see, that right there is a server run by a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no white man stopping him. That's a black man owned server for black men.
Yeah, but he's on the white folks' internet. He's on the white supremacy internet.
I tell y'all, man, like it's like no matter. That's why I said no matter what we do, it will never be enough. And after a while, I just turn off this mic and I turn off that light. I turn off these screensavers.
Yep.
And I always say peace X, and he'd be like, next week we'll do it again.
You'll do it
Because
again.
we're gonna go back to making money and
That's
raising
it.
our families.
That's it.
White supremacy won't get in our way.
Hell no.
That's why I rock. That's why I said I only can do this and be this type of unfiltered with X, because he knows how I am and I know how he is, and we're just not affected by that. That's why it's easy for us when we go on other panels. We don't switch up for anything because they know, damn, those are two self-made black men. That should literally, honestly, and I'm not stroking the ego. That literally, y'all should be chasing after what we're doing. Y'all should be trying to do the same goddamn thing. Y'all should literally be busting your ass.
And if your black ass is in Charlotte, you need to come and get this damn job, because I need 2 people to finish out the season. The season will go deep this year. We'll probably work all the way into mid-December. So I mean, you come on now. You'll be able to work straight through. I'll give you as many hours as I possibly can. I'm guaranteed to give you at least 40, probably 50 or 60. When it gets heavy, but I can use 2 brothers to come and help me out, man. Like I said, $15 an hour. Hit me up. hit me on my email, write me on Gmail or whatever. You know, everybody's got everybody email any fucking way. So
Yeah.
just go ahead and hit me up and let me know if you're around, man. Come through. Like I said earlier today, been saying all day. Only thing I expect from you is to freaking your ass show up 7 o'clock in the morning, know your way around a toolbox, and have your driver's license, and exit give you a shot.
Yep.
That's
and,
all.
And if you're in Charleston area, literally, I have two churches. One is paying $100 every weekend to get their grass cut, and another one is paying $150. That's literally $250 every weekend. $250. Do the math. That's literally you're cutting grass for like an hour and some change. The yards aren't even that big, but they're offering to pay people to cut the grass. So, and that's chump change, easy, quick money. So I don't want y'all complaining saying why is there a Jorge or a goddamn Latino out there cutting the grass when y'all literally can cut that grass and get that quick cash for free.
Mhm.
And they don't. I doubt it's a push lawnmower. The church has their own lawnmower and weed whacker.
Mhm.
So that's quick money. So you got enough time to go there, ride up there to Queens, and when you got your day off, ride down there on the weekend and cut the grass and literally make $250.
There it is.
That's hustling.
There it is. There it is. Any parting shots? Cap was up here. I don't know what the hell happened to Cap. He done dropped off. Any parting shots, brother? CRU before we go.
I think he at work. I think he
Brother
at work.
CRU. Yeah. I think he on the job and shit. Well, I'm gonna say this before we close out, man. Look here, man. I know y'all watch these panels, man, and you know you hear brothers like B.M.T. You hear brothers like Ramil, Amyr, Supreme, and myself. And y'all probably think we don't give a shit about black folks. But that's not true, man. That's not true. That's not true. We do give a shit about black folks. That's why we say the things we say. I think that we get it mixed up. We think that because we criticize black folks, and I'll admit, because I do it myself, we hold black folks to account. You think we would do this shit if we didn't give a shit? If we didn't give a shit, we wouldn't say anything. We just let the fools be fools. We let the jackasses be jackasses and go on with our lives. But we do give a shit, man. We do care what happens to y'all. We do. And I know all the brothers who came on this panel tonight, they all self-made men. All of them are doing fine in life. They're not part of the poor. They're not living in the projects. They're not standing on the cheese line. So for you to tell me that the supremacy has all this freaking control over us, man, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And most importantly, it's not true. Now, maybe it's true for you. I don't know. But it's not true for the brothers that was up on here tonight. The one thing about supremacy is it's not so much it's a physical thing or a political thing or a social thing, not even an economic thing for a lot of us. A lot of us, it's a mental thing. We let it control so much of our lives, man. We let it consume us. We make it the default for everything that has ever went wrong in our goddamn lives. And that shit has to stop. We have to stop blaming this for everything. Now, don't get me wrong, because I've said this all night too. There are some things that the white power structure is responsible for. There are some things that white supremacy has caused to happen to black folks. I'm well aware of that, man. We all are. Everybody who was on this damn stream tonight is. But I think we better discern better, man, what we assign to the supremacy and distinguish those things from the things that are because of the person in the goddamn mirror. Don't be letting the supremacy become your own scapegoat for not doing shit with your life, for fucking your life up, for making a bunch of bad decisions. Because, see, when you use the supremacy as a scapegoat for all of your shit, all you're doing, man, is giving the supremacy more power.
Howard. Yep. Hey, X, I'm back. My bad. I have to run into the spot real quick.
And why would
My
you want
bad.
that? So you
I
got
do agree with you. I agree with you.
You got any parting shots, man, before we peel out of here? Because I'm about to wrap.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, right? So it's not the end all be all, but I think that is the big monster in the room, but like we can't blame it for everything. So
Nah.
it's there, yeah, but just because you stubbed your toe on the bed, it's not the supremacy.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Just because you bumped your knee in the night, that's not supremacy. Don't blame everything on it. Some of it is that you, nigga. You know what I mean? You fucked up, nigga. But everything ain't that. But I'm just saying we can't discount that it's there, and that is the big hurdle in front of everybody's thing. Well, all those black folks things. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But it's there. But I won't say it don't exist. So I'll leave it at that though.
Okay.
Thank you, X.
Yeah, man.
Shout out
Anytime.
B.M.T. Shout out Ramil and everything. I'm listening and everything. No, I was up there in the lab and shit, so I couldn't talk. My bad.
It's all good. Yeah, we figured you was at work, man. We know you're a working man. You know, you one of them working man. You know, you don't let the white man put his hand around your throat and keep you from making $1. You know.
No, I would have. No, look, I would have kept on talking around all these lab techs, the doctors and the nurses and everything too. But I didn't have a good connection in there. But I'd have finished talking. You know what I mean? Like I'm not scared of them.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
like I said, we're 1% out here, and I'm still out here with dreads wearing RBG shit in the middle of Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah,
Like
well,
leave me the fuck alone. You know?
well, you have made a point for tonight, and I appreciate it, brother. But this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to get on down to the Prophet of Thought on Facebook. It's Prophet of Thought, one word, series, the next word. Okay. Prophet of Thought, one word, series, the next word on Facebook. That's our main page. It's a community page. Get on down there, like the page, share the page, follow the page. You can even catch up with old X on the page. You can actually drop me a line. I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. Also, while you're on Facebook, get down to the Proper Thought Series fan group page. That's the Proper Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get in there quick. If you can't get in the group, just drop me a line. I'll talk to my admins because, see, I don't even admin the shit. But if you can't get in there, because I know a couple people wrote me, said they couldn't get in there, I talk to my admins. I tell them, let folks come up in the joint. All right. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's WhatsApp and Instagram. Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. Go ahead, follow us on Instagram. You're guaranteed to get a follow back. And here we are with the coup de grace, like we do every damn night. Get on down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. That's at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. Go ahead, follow us on Twitter, because if you don't, I will haunt your old mama in her dreams for the next 6 months. But once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. I want to thank my moderators in the chat. I want to thank the people in the chat. And most importantly, I want to thank you for showing up tonight, spending some time with us and watching us. And I also want to thank the most distinguished members of the panel tonight, Brother B.M.T, Brother Supreme, Brother Ramil, Amyr, Brother CRU, and my man, Brother RJ, for coming through tonight, making this a good stream, man. I respect all of you brothers tremendously, man. And as always, I don't want this to be the last time you find yourself on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. A program note: tomorrow we'll be continuing this discussion, because tomorrow we will be asking, are you controlled by the supremacy? And we'll be heading up with the OGJ Speed 60. So you might want to check that one out, because the OGJ Speed, he has some unique views on this. So he'll be headlining the panel tomorrow. So come on through tomorrow, same station, same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, on the T.P.O.T YouTube page, home of DXL. All the usual suspects are invited as well. So make sure you come through tomorrow, because we will be continuing this discussion in a way, but a little differently. And like I said, we be getting headlined by the OGJ Speed. So with that, I will leave you with 3 words, like I always do.
Let us open our mind. I know leadership don't meet the love don't meet.
Peace, folks.
If we don't stop, if we parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If we parade, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Turn up a scale, remember your forefathers' tears, the lives which was lost for us to see peaceful years. When try to stop who remains blind. If we parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If we parade, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Open our mind. We don't stop, we don't stop. Open our mind. The child of a slave. Open our mind. Open our mind.
Only from T.